carry through it. So I say never give up, never give in. I want you to do something right, do it, indestructible. Yeah, indestructible.
What we had, when did it all become so bad? Is this love or something else? I just can't figure out myself. Maybe it's time for us to move on, but we can't let go, we can't be strong. Let me go. What we had, when did it all become so bad? Is this love or something else? I just can't figure out myself. Maybe it's time for us to move on, but we can't let go, we can't be strong.
Today's matchup: RagnaroK, SOS, ByuN, Percival, GuMiho. 2021 GSL Season 3. Africa TV Free Cup Studio Live 2021 GSL Season 3.
Hello, everybody, and welcome. Oh my God, there's an echo in my headset that is crazy. That needs to be fixed right now. Oh man. Okay, welcome to GSL Code A. I'm Artosis alongside Special. Monsty, please fix that echo. Oh man,
It's a little loud, isn't it?
It's woo. Okay, well, go ahead and cast like that until it's fixed. Welcome, guys. We did not. This is a surprise. Special is here casting.
I'm here.
And very good to have you, buddy. You haven't ever cast a day of GSL, so this is very exciting. And guys, get out there and spread the word that Special is going to be casting today. We're going to get some real
My first time
great
ever, man.
insight on the Terran matchups.
And there's 2 matches of Terran today, so I can give you some insight.
I know. I can't wait for that. That's going to be amazing.
I hope so. I hope my insight is good.
Now, taking a look here, we have the seeds as well as who is going from Code A to Code S. Of course, we had those 3 matches the other day, all going to 15 games, so that was extremely exciting. Some very good matches there. Any thoughts on who advanced?
Well, Dream against Creator was insanely close. It was a 3-2, and I think Creator was insanely close to advancing, so it's a little bit upsetting because I beat him 3-2 as well last season. So it was 1 game away, 2 seasons to advancing, and of course me advancing. And that's,
Yeah, what did you think about that?
you know, I thought I was not gonna make it, but I made it, so it's all good. And then that Cespius Classic game, man.
Oh, yeah.
Classic had it won.
He really had it won. And, all right, all fixed now. Oh, my God. Yeah, no, it really looked like Classic had it, and then he just kind of fell down a ramp, and it was like, well, you're not going to win with Marcel. It's going up that ramp, unfortunately.
And the moment that happened, I was like, I think it's going to lose the series. Because that's like a winning moment that you didn't close.
Yeah. It was a bit painful, but you know what? It's Zest last season, so let's have him have his try, and then Classic can be the best Protoss in the world for the next couple years if he can beat Trap to that. Now, the matches tonight, of course, we just showed briefly there. We do have 3 Terran players tonight, but this first matchup, one of your favorites, PVZ.
Oh, amazing, amazing. We're gonna see some boy race, I think. But I don't know.
So?
SOS is like the kind of player that can do stuff out of the meta, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
So
well,
I'm expecting anything, to be honest.
Honestly, though, like, I feel like Korean PVZ is a little bit off. Like, they don't use enough Void Rays, I think, honestly.
Yeah, that's something that the Europeans seem to say all the time, that the Korean Protosses are not that strong in PVC compared to how strong they are in PvT and PvP.
Yeah, I feel the same about it. Like, honestly, like, I see a lot of strange build order choices coming out of Korean Protosses for the matchup where, like, I mean, I've been pretty critical about the amount of adept builds that are still floating around. It's like it's just kind of like a solved build at this point. It has like a ceiling on what it can do, but I guess we'll see. I mean, SOS is definitely you know, the crazy mad genius of StarCraft 2. So we're going to see what he can do here against RagnaroK. Who do you think is going to take it?
Actually, I talked with Solar, and he seemed to think that RagnaroK is pretty good against Protoss. So I'm thinking RagnaroK will win, but I cannot tell what score. I think it's going to be close, 3-1 or 3-2, but close games regardless.
I agree with you on that. All right, Blackbird is going to be our first map. Let's go.
Code A. Alpha X, RagnaroK. Team Envy, SOS.
All right.
Oh, look at this. Already with a proxy gate.
Dude.
I told you, man.
I love it. What is even going on here? He sent like his
Oh.
first probe out and he's proxy 2-gating.
I think it's going to be 3 gate, no?
Oh my god. Yeah, I guess you're right about that. Like, you can support that,
Yeah.
so why not?
So, I think the reason... Oh, it's a Forge,
Oh, a
man.
Forge? Dude, I love it. You know what? I'm taking it back. I think SOS is going to take this series easily.
Well, we'll see how this goes. I've never seen this in my life, and I watch a lot of
haven't
StarCraft.
seen it. Me too. I definitely have not seen a proxy 2-gate Forge build. I mean, I've seen proxy 3-gate before. Just throws a pylon down.
He doesn't care, man.
Casual pylon there. He's like, what, you're going to pull drones? Good, my zealots want to kill him. Let's go.
This is so crazy because the reason I think he's doing this on this map is because normally it's a very good map for Zerg against Protoss. So maybe he's like, okay, it's game 1. It's probably RagnaroK's choice map. I didn't pay attention who chooses this map, but let's do something really crazy and weird to try to get a cheap win. And I don't know. We'll see how it goes. I've never seen this, honestly.
Yeah, okay, it looks like, well, 3 drones are attacking the pylon, so he's coming down. It looks like he wants to make a cannon. He does have a couple zealots that are going to be on the way. Okay, starts 1 cannon, starts another. He's going to have to make another pylon if they go after that, but hold on, the zealot's coming now. Oh, RagnaroK is starting to figure out what type of trouble he's in right now. Oh my god, the probe! The probe!
He cannot lose the probe, man.
Yeah, he is going to lose the probe, but doesn't matter.
But if he kills the pylon, then I don't know what's going on, man. I have no idea. So the pylon's not going to go up.
No,
anymore.
I've never quite seen this. There should be another probe on the way, right?
Looking at the minimap, oh, you send it out.
Oh, just now? I'm surprised he didn't send that a little bit quicker.
I agree. So, but there's going to be 4 sellers, right? There's 2 more on the way, maybe.
Yeah,
But the queen's also a long way, and he's only making 1 queen, I think.
Dude, I mean, if he gets the pylon up again, that's amazing. But
Yeah.
there are a lot of Zerglings coming around and surrounding these zealots.
It doesn't look good, I
And
think.
I mean, he cut 2 zealots to basically get the cannons up, and now everything's falling apart. I'm going to have to side with you. I think RagnaroK's going to take this series.
Yeah, this does not look... He actually sent 2 probes out, so he used... I don't know what's going on. The queen is out already, so the cannons are never going up.
Yeah.
And SOS is transitioning into making a core, and he already made a gas. So I guess he's going to make a depth. That's the only choice he had to make behind this. But I
Yeah.
don't know if this is any good for him.
No, this is terrible. Look at the look on his face. He's kind of got a half grin right now, where it's like, oh, that, oh.
This is not good.
That
Especially-
totally didn't work.
Yeah.
And here's,
Yeah.
okay, so,
Okay, he missed micro pretty bad, I think, honestly.
yeah.
The
yeah,
probe dying was...
The probe dying was pretty bad. You can't have that because you have to be able to remake
Yeah.
that pylon. But yeah, it seems like the 2 gates right there, right then, are to like get 2 zealots out to support
The
the cannons
cannon, right.
warping in, and then he skipped 2 for a long time to
Yeah.
get those cannons. So it was like a very, it was very interesting, but he definitely screwed it up. If he had had the probe still alive, I think he might have been able to
Yeah.
force up the second
Okay,
pylon.
honestly, I asked him who you practice with, and he said I practice with DRG and Rogue. So this obviously works.
Yeah.
Just the execution was not there. 'Cause
Yeah.
when I saw the prop going in the middle line, the top left, I'm like, I think you should have run down the ramp to try to support it with the 2 zealots, you know?
Yeah.
But
yeah.
once that died, I'm like, okay, I think you're dead.
No,
And,
well, certainly that is exactly what went down. So RagnaroK leads 1-0 right now.
Oh, it's funny because he's the one that chose Blackburn looking at the screen now.
Oh yeah, no, I'm sure he was like, oh yeah, this is a free win for me. First time he sees it though, he blocks it. It's painful.
GSL
All right,
Season 3.
let's go to map 2.
Kore. Alpha X, RagnaroK. Team Envy, SOS.
You know, Dan, I'm a little confused.
Yeah.
So, according to the screen that we just saw, SOS picked map 1 Blackburn, which is considered a Zerg map against Protoss. And then this is a Protoss map against Zerg, but it's being picked by RagnaroK. I'm a little confused by this map beat system. I mean, this map choose.
Yeah. Well, I mean, first here, let me check because they actually send me the exact map order. We
Okay.
could have just had it typed in wrong. That
Yeah.
is a possibility. Let me take a quick look. Yeah, no, SOS chose Blackbird, and
That's
RagnaroK chose Romanticide.
really
so.
interesting. Maybe RagnaroK feels very confident in the late game because this map normally goes to the late game.
Yeah, absolutely. Like this is the easiest map to turtle 3 bases on, and so I definitely would agree with you that it's a bit Protoss favored in that regard.
For sure.
But that might actually be why he wants to play it against SOS, because honestly, I think SOS, he's tricky in the early and mid game of PvZ, but I think he's actually, out of all of our top Protosses, the weakest as it goes late.
I agree. Okay, I think you have a good point in there. In this game, SOS just play a normal pylon scout and block the natural, so RagnaroK is forced to take the third base. This is the standard meta nowadays in this matchup. So far he's just opening a normal build. Now let's see if he goes Stargate to go Void Rays or Carriers, which is normally Carrier Rush is pretty good on this map as well. But I don't know, it's SOS.
I like that. I'd like to see that, but SOS is like, again, it doesn't feel like he doesn't have like this solid PvZ backing that some of the other Protosses have, right? Like, a few Protosses like Trav, Zaun, people like that. Right now, I look at them and say, okay, your late game is really solid in this matchup, and I would feel fine with you going toe-to-toe, but I feel like SOS will probably do something crazy.
Yeah, this is not Stargate because normally you make the Stargate before the Warp Gate, unless he's faking it. So, okay, he faked it. So he's going to make the Stargate just later than normal. So it's just like a delay Stargate, I guess. But I don't know, I've seen people don't really do this because you really need the first Stargate unit out quickly in this matchup. But maybe he has something planned, so we'll see. I actually haven't seen it in a long time. I've seen it sometimes, just not in a long time.
Yeah, it might just be like he wants to get his Oracle or his Adepts going very, very quickly or something. Like SOS in multiple matchups is a big fan of Oracle Adept. And I mean, obviously, if you go ahead with the pylon block and you force him to have more drones to the third, it becomes more powerful.
The 2 Adept for sure.
So we'll see about that. I think he is going to pop the Oracle right away, though. I'd be surprised if he goes Void first.
Okay, he went Void first in second gate. So it seems like, so far it looks pretty standard, just delays target. So maybe since he went Void first, he doesn't really care about how fast the first target unit is. It would be more impactful if you go Oracle first, because you want it across the map faster to kill workers, right? But yeah, so far it looks pretty standard. Probably a third base is going to come behind it, or because I don't see another building tech that's going to be an overspeed by RagnaroK. He just really wants to play safe this map.
Yeah, you can see that. And I think that's the way you should be playing against SOS, honestly, as well. Like, RagnaroK should be feeling pretty confident that if he lives through the early portion, he'll be all right. But SOS throws down that third Nexus really quickly before 4 minutes here, just off that first Void. He's making an Oracle behind.
Pretty standard.
And, I mean, I like to see it. I think this is the right way to play for SOS, but let's see what his follow-up tech-wise is. Is he going to throw down the Twilight and Forge? Or?
There you go.
That's what I want to see.
You want to see the Void Race then?
I do. Seriously, Korean Protoss is just, they barely use this build, and every time they do really well with it.
I think it's a strong build. When I look at in tournaments, I'm like, this looks pretty easy to do and it's pretty strong.
Yeah, it's like, oh, a build where you can't die and you max out with 4 bases and all the tech? Okay, no, sign me up for that.
Sign me up. Where do I put? Where do I sign in?
I know, yeah. So
something I want.
A lot of times they're like, no. But what about a Colossus timing push off of Blink Stalkers? It's like, well, I mean, I guess you can, yeah.
Okay, something interesting is he's not making +1 on the upgrade on the Void Ray. So I think this rules out the possibility of carries, but I could be wrong from what I remember.
He could just get it later. Like, he might have his own take on it. He does throw down the Twilight. Like, there are some older versions of this where you go Storm really quickly with it. It could be something like that as well.
Okay, I'm a little interested because he's not making. Okay, is this the fakest of the fakest? Because he made.
Yeah. No, he only made 2 voids total.
Oh, he's gonna all-in with
He let him scout that, and oh my God, this many gates. Now, is it gonna be Glaives or is it gonna be Charge?
I'm pretty sure it's gonna be Glaives. I think it has to be Glaives.
I would imagine it's gonna be Glaives.
Actually, it could be Charge because there's no way he's gonna make Roaches after seeing 2 Stargates. You know?
Yeah, no, that's
a fair point, I think. We will see. The Twilight finish already?
Either way, it's really going to catch him off guard. Okay, Glaives gets started here. So this is like 9 gate Glaives.
I love this. This is exactly what I would do if I was a Protoss player.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's Glaives plus a Forge. But actually, it's not going to be an all-in. Well, it's going to be like a very heavy pressure. But he's macroing behind it like a Forge.
Yeah, I mean, he's getting the Forge. He's still making probes, so, you know, he has a solid worker count, but it is 9-gate glaives.
Yeah.
So,
he has to do damage, obviously.
yeah.
But the good point is that he skipped Rochers and he's going straight into Hydra, so this is a good. He's faking +1 attack on the.
Oh man. Well, I mean, maybe
like
eventually he gets that anyways. But here we go. Look at this. The scout's coming in, and he actually. No, okay. A Zergling actually ran away here, so he might know that this is coming right now.
Oh my god, he's actually finishing +1. I don't know what's going on. I think this might just be like a little timing to do damage. I don't know what's going on. I've never seen this.
No,
never in my life.
Me either. Okay, let's see it. Here come these adepts.
There's no roaches. There's some on the way.
Look at this. He's just walking. Oh my god.
Yeah, I don't care about your 4 base. I'm going for your drones, man. And a third target on the way.
He sees Hydra.
I love
it. Third Stargate. Oh my god. Okay, so it's going to be mass adept glaives. This is funny though because. Like, how many more? He only made 3 more adepts after the initial warping. Okay, there's a round of 8.
No, he made more. Okay, so I think I get the point. The point is just to deny the Zerg from taking a 4 base while you just make void rays behind it. So the Zerg economy is just garbage. I think that's the point of this build.
Yeah.
I actually kind of think it's genius. Because Zerg is going to have a hard time defending this 4 base.
Yeah.
Especially after went over speed. So I think it's an adaptation of over speed. This is a shade, man. Is it going to finish?
No, not yet. He's bringing a lot more adepts up right now. Does have those 2
That's
voids.
a lot of adepts, man. That's insane. How
It
many
is
adepts
quite a
are
few.
28.
Oh my god.
I think he can shade, man.
Yeah, he can probably finish
Yeah, he's going to finish that.
He actually can't even shoot with all these. He has so many. They're blocking each other. Gets up into that main base, and just everything is going to start getting crushed here. He has 30 adepts.
This is a lot of damage already. Like, okay, finishes right here. Man, that's a lot. It's so scary when I see this many adepts. I'm like, how is Zerg supposed to deal with this? You don't have the units opposition.
No, it's pretty tough. I mean, he's coming down right now with the roaches, with the queens. RagnaroK is not dead.
It's not that. No, the thing is, he's going 3-star get void ray behind it.
Yeah, I actually really like this follow-up. There's some true brilliance to this build, honestly. He's forcing a lot of roaches out. So, like, he goes... Okay, listen to this.
I'm listening.
He goes to Stargate, it gets scouted, and he's making void rays. So this forces no roach. Yeah. Then he goes Mass Adept, which forces Roach, and then he goes Void Rays to kill the Roach.
This is what happened.
It's like, this guy is on another level. I guarantee you, if you give him a ladder account down in Diamond, he won't be able to get out, but you put him against the best players in the world, and he will crush them.
Yeah. Okay, here comes the Overlord Scout. Okay, so what I really love about this is I think he did this because he got scouted, you know? It's like an adaptation, I'm pretty sure.
Dude, look at that setup of the 3 cannons and the 3 batteries as well.
I think he knows if he doesn't die, he's in the same position.
This is great.
But Ragnar is going into Lurkers. We know Lurkers are pretty powerful in every matchup, so Lurker is like the best unit for compact potential against every race.
Sure. There's nothing more efficient for Zerg, I think.
Yeah, well, the Bane, maybe.
Yeah, well.
Okay, so the Voiders flying in. He's not gonna get the carrier. I mean, the upgrade for the Voiders, I think, because he has no fusion.
No fleet beacon.
No fleet beacon so far. So maybe you're gonna be using low Voiders.
Maybe he switches out of this as well, right?
Well, he's making charge and archives, and is that +1 or +2? My eyes are not that good.
That's +1.
I got surgery 2 days ago, so I still can see too well. Okay. Normally in this matchup, +2 is when he becomes insanely strong. Your Zealot Archon. But +1 is doable for... It's funny because he had that forge for a long time, no?
Yeah, he had it for a very long time.
Remember?
But he really wasn't... Like, he actually made cannons off of it. It seemed like it was almost like a defensive forge, which is weird. But
yeah. Since he's going Storm, it's not that bad, I guess. If he was going for like Zealot Archon, it wouldn't be too great.
Here's the question, though, right? Like, RagnaroK has actually turtled through this reasonably well. He's up at 75 workers right now, and he has Hive Tech. So he can actually go into Lurker... Viper at this point, which is like super cost efficient, and honestly, the units that SOS has don't really scale that well against that.
Yeah, they really don't. That's what I really thought like he was gonna do like a big timing with Zealot Archon with like +2. I don't know if he forgot +1 or he just didn't, because he didn't.
He probably forgot, honestly.
I really think he did.
Yeah.
Which is a shame.
Like it's so cheap that you can't tell me that he has over 60 workers on 3 base and he can't afford that. Like, he could have gotten it.
Exactly, especially because he made +1 attack on the sky.
Yeah.
So I think on the ground it's more efficient if he's gonna do this kind of
Totally.
Especially because he also doesn't even have the Void Ray speed. So but here comes the Roach is gonna strike. Okay, he makes it into Archon, so the Templar doesn't die. What is he doing? They moved him.
Yeah, I don't know. That was a little bit weird, but I mean, he almost kind of pushed those back.
One Archon died though.
Yeah, he's trying to target on the other one, and he's not going to quite get it. The Void Rays stacking up, trying to do some damage here still.
Okay. Well, that also forced those Templars wanted to be Stormers, aka well Stormers, but
Yeah,
they-
Stormers, man. That's what I call them too. It's no problem.
they're not Stormers anymore, so I guess that's a little waste. But Archons are very good on this matchup, or in general, so it's not that bad. So he only lost one Archon against, like, I don't know, 10, 15, 12 Roaches, so it's an okay trade for him.
Well, now we have a lot of Lurkers, right?
Yeah.
We have the Vipers out.
That's
and,
right.
I mean, at this point, it looks like a situation where SOS can't really kill RagnaroK. RagnaroK is maxed.
Oh, he doesn't have the upgrades for the Lurkers.
We
though.
don't actually have any detection here as well.
Oh, yeah. But he
We
has
have
a robot.
0 observers, and we don't have an Oracle, so a little bit tough.
He does have a robot. I saw in production, so he's probably making an observer immediately. He should make an Oracle as well. In my opinion, Revelation is one of the best ways to deal with, but
Yeah.
this could be scary, man.
Well, he's got a good amount of Void Rays here, and he has the Storms to blanket those Hydras, so that plus shield batteries, I think he'll be all right here. I don't think he's going to lose his space.
Well, the storm is not bad. Ragnar is trying to push the effort. Drones are dying, a lot of drones. 14, 15. What's happening? I think some
Oh my
deaths on the
god,
third
you're
base.
right. Yeah. It looks like the third base is under attack right now.
This is beautiful, man. He's defending so well and doing so much damage to the third base at the same time.
Yeah, his battery's really helping out. Charge lots were the counterattack here. A lot of queens going up, but the damage has been done to that economy. As long as SOS does not lose this base, I think he's going to be good to go. And look at that. I mean, he's got enough Void Rays. He's going to be able to plow through this, I think.
I think he's fine. We need an observer. I think the Voiders can just clean this up, honestly. There's the observer. There's two observers, actually. I think the Voiders and everything. Yeah, he's going to clean up.
Just throw a storm down
Beautiful,
and
man.
push those back, and he does, in fact, clean it up. Not a very big army left over here, but he is warping in some more.
Yeah. Oh my god. That run by kind of won him the game, or put him in an insane position right now. Because without that run by, I think he's in a very bad situation, but it was so well set up. It was like ready already. He knew like he was coming, and he used it. It was perfectly played, honestly.
Yeah. RagnaroK would be in such a good position right now if he still had those 75 drones and wasn't having to re-drone at this moment.
He didn't even re-drone. Look, he's at 66 against 72 probes by Mr. SOS. So
You know, looking at this though, like I love that move from SOS, and he's taking another base. So I feel like he's playing like a beautiful game, and it's very different from what we normally see, which is making me very excited about that. But then I look at what okay, there we go. We actually do have carriers being made. This was my question, like where are we scaling towards? Because we can't actually just go storm charge Void Ray all game.
Not against Lurkers.
As much as people want to complain and pretend that's a thing, it's not.
It works maybe one time out of it.
Yeah.
So you know, it's funny because he's playing like a strong macro game, but he's playing like in his own style, you know?
Yeah.
With his own build order choice and openings and strange decisions. Not strange decisions in the way that bad, but strange is like no one else does this. Like 9 gate adept after 2 Stargate Void Ray, making +1 attack on the air, but not on the ground.
Well, that had to have been a mistake, but yeah, it's so interesting to see him kind of do his own way. Like the amount of transitions he had in there, that was super cool.
It was beautiful. And well, the carriers get scouted, but RagnaroK is in a really bad position right now. Like,
well,
his
you
economy
say
is
that,
bad.
but he watched the GSL finals. Because he has a changeling in the base right now. He just like suicided in an overseer and dropped a changeling where it can't be seen. His Nidus is almost done.
There we go. You know, but some certain players tell me that the Lampus, the Nidus is a useless.
Useless.
thing.
The Nidus is useless.
They tell me it's useless.
Do you know Rogue has won the most tournaments and they're all with Nidus?
I told them something like that.
Yeah.
It's not a good building apparently. Okay, here comes the storm. Great storm, man. Great zoning with the storm.
Look at that, the mothership coming in now.
Oh, the run by, man. Beautiful. It's so good. Well set up. But here comes the useless building, apparently.
Well, I mean, if he's fighting over here, he can't really send stuff through yet.
Okay.
He's definitely going to want to, though.
He's going to send... Oh, my God. He's going to kill the Stargates at least.
Yeah, he's definitely going to get damage with it, but...
Oh, there's an observer. That's very good.
Ooh, yeah, the charge lot's going to be able to remove those lurkers. He's going to be able to target this down. Of course, he is going to have a recall, right? We haven't seen any recalls, so I'm sure he has one somewhere.
2 recalls, because he has the mothership as well. So he has double recall per area. But he's losing some Stargates. I mean, that's not great. But I think RagnaroK is in not a great position anyway. This army seems pretty strong, honestly. And look at the supply just plummeting down. Even though, oh, he also cleaned everything with yourselves. Okay.
Yeah, not too bad for him there.
Maybe it is a useless building afterward? Or just this game. Maybe just this game. Let's just leave it at this game.
When SOS is running circles around you with his tech switches and like nailing your economy while you sacrifice your army into his,
maybe.
Yeah, it is useless then, that's true.
Yeah, so SOS beautifully is still seen on 5 bases. I would like him taking more bases considering his money, but he's been doing multitasking pretty well, keeping controls there, doing damage everywhere. So it doesn't matter too much this game, but obviously if he wants to play perfectly or in a better situation, he should be taking like the top right base or the one with the super gas. But it's okay. I think he's playing a pretty well game overall.
Yeah, I mean, he's maxed out. Like, he is playing quite beautifully, right? Definitely, like, that's the only other thing he could be doing right now is, you know, maybe making sure that he's getting all the different upgrades that he really needs. He is adding a Dark Shrine. Yeah, he's getting the upgrades, the plus attack on ground and air, and more Stargates and all that. So, looking very good for SOS. Honestly, he can kind of just go.
Yeah, I think he's going to finish the game. He knows, like, he's just going to try to kill the base on the left, the one that's not super protected by the lurkers. The only thing, as I say, is really missing an extra base, but yeah, I think it's fine. Okay, so he's gonna go up the ramp, and Ragnar is a little bit out of position. The lurkers are coming up the ramp, and at least they borrow fast.
Yeah, but I mean, this is a lot of air units to have to try to deal with that.
The stormers as well, beautiful storms.
Time warp coming down, beautifully done.
The carriers are also doing a lot of damage. The interceptors are not dying quick enough and quickly enough, and the stormers are just stunning the hydras out, so the carriers are never going to actually die. Yeah,
he's mostly out of interceptors at this point, and the hydras are coming forward, so it doesn't really have the greatest damage output to clear these hydras quickly, which is going to cost him a few carriers, it looks like, but I don't think any of this really matters. He's so far ahead. GG.
Played very well.
SOS smashes game 2. Okay.
I really like this. I really like it. After the game 1 where he lost the probe, this must be relieving for him. Like, okay, I can play this game.
Well,
I can do this.
That game, like, fills me with energy for SOS because I always love watching him, but his PvZ has been lacking for, I feel like, honestly, like 2 years. I have not enjoyed his PvZ. Really? It has not looked very strong. Well, the thing is, it hasn't looked robust, right?
Yeah.
It's been like one-off builds where it's like, okay, yeah, you got to win, but it doesn't look like you can continually do that. Whereas here, this was like a mastery of tech switches.
Yeah,
his multi-prong harassment there.
His vision was good.
Yeah.
Everything was good.
It was awesome. That was a great game out of him.
And it's not like RagnaroK played poorly or something. Honestly, it was. I would never think like, okay, I scout 2 Stargates, and he's gonna make 9 gates with devs.
Well, when you have Overlord speed and you literally go and you see the 2 Stargates, you see Void Rays, and then the millisecond it dies, 9 gates get made. It's like...
It sounds so ridiculous.
You have to have your pylons already even set up to even fit 9 gates correctly, you know?
That's right. Okay, so Light Shade, he's picked by SOS?
Yeah,
okay, I don't know what's going on in this Beatles map. I really don't know. This map, according to the European Zerg, is the best Zerg map ever.
Really?
Against Protoss.
Okay.
And it's being picked by a Protoss. So all
right, let's do it. Let's see if this is the greatest Zerg map ever.
Well, it is good against 2 Stargates.
Alpha X, RagnaroK. Team Envy, SOS.
You know something I love? This music right now that's playing. I love it. Every time I get it on my stream, I always play over and over. I love this song. I don't know why. Oh, okay. What is this? There's a pylon on the low ramp as well.
Dude, what is this? 1 proxy gate?
Okay.
What am I looking at here?
Okay, let me try to make sense of this. Because what I'm thinking right now is this game 1 he did like the cannon rush, you know? So he's probably RagnaroK. He's probably gonna make a pylon, I think. Yeah. He's gonna think, oh, he's doing something very similar, so he's gonna overreact. But I never seen this in my life.
No,
never.
I have no idea what this is right now.
I'm excited, man.
Yeah. Well, look, this honestly, it doesn't feel like a super overreaction. It would be.
No, it doesn't. But maybe
like,
it's a
he doesn't have too many drones out. He's following the probe, which I think is incredibly important. Okay, patrolling there, so he can't do one of those weird little cannon walls. Core just goes down. He does have a Zealot being chrono boosted out. Dude, SOS has the weirdest stuff in the whole world.
Okay, but I don't know. It looks good. It looks good. In theory, it could be good. I don't know if in actual practice. But honestly, he wouldn't do this if it didn't work in practice. I asked him, who you play with? And he said, Rogue and DRG. So I'm sure it worked.
Yeah, no, it must. I mean, he just made a simple mistake on Blackburn, so...
As a pro gamer, I will never use something in a tournament that it doesn't work, you know? So I'm sure this works.
That wouldn't make sense.
Yeah.
You would not be a pro gamer at that point.
Yeah, I would be out of a job. That's for sure. Okay, so the RagnaroK is still mining gas for the speed. Oh, it's very
I like
important he gets
that.
speed because I think the point is like the adepts do damage, not really the Zealot. Mostly adepts, but still the Zealot is being really annoying, man. I love this build. I love it, man. I have
Yeah.
chills.
Seriously, like look at this. Look at the placement of this Zealot.
This is so annoying.
Dude, like
One-
okay, he makes the lings and he will be able to clear it, but as the adepts come up, that's a whole nother story.
Right.
Oh my God, he's not clearing it. What in the
Second
hell?
Zealot. And he's gonna. Okay, the queen is out. Dude.
Yeah, well, with the queen out, it's going to be a bit harder for him. 6 more lings on the way. The adept comes up.
One big problem is the speed is not even started, man. You need speed against it. You need speed against adepts, basically, and
Yeah.
this is so annoying.
What a funny build, and his Nexus is almost done.
Yeah, this is like a PvT build. You know, have you ever seen this in PvT? It's like
Yeah.
you proxy one gate and you are annoying, and you make a Nexus behind it. It's literally the same
Yeah,
idea.
yeah. It's like max packs.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's basically, yeah. But the max packs, they call it the max packs, I guess. I love it, man. I love it. I just love it, man. This is so smart. I love when people do stuff like this in tournaments. It just shows like the game has more to give than just the standard macro
Oh,
game.
yeah. No,
People-
absolutely.
I really feel like some pro gamers just don't even try to give more, you know, like think more harder than last time, you know?
No, totally. This is like, he's just got all these timings worked out so well, and he's really delayed the economy. Look at this. He's completely safe at home. He even made a shield battery just to make sure nothing can happen to him.
Well, I think it's in a beautiful position, honestly, because
Yeah.
these two adepts are still a threat until the speed is done, and the prop count is pretty good.
His third hatch just started.
Yeah, exactly.
A Void Ray's on the way. His third hatch just
Yeah.
started. This is,
This is beautiful.
yeah.
It's in a great position. Now, that doesn't mean the game is over, obviously. It's still doable for Ragnarok to win, but I would be so tilted right now if I was Ragnarok. Like, okay, game 1, I won, but I don't feel like anything happened. He just won because
Yeah.
he killed the pro. But game 2, he kind of got destroyed, honestly.
Yeah. And now it's, again, this is kind of one of these weird builds where he's really throwing him off. Now,
That's not
16
really-
lings being
yeah.
made. I think we're going to see some heavy aggression here.
Now the thing is, you say there's a battery, and I'm assuming there's a Zealot on the little spot where the links normally come run by, and there's a Void Ray out as well. But I guess he can cancel the third base, especially if he kills adepts, because there's no units, right?
Yeah, I think he has to cancel that third. There's way too many lings out. If they just go there, he's going to get rid of it.
Okay, the Void Ray is there, and there's an Oracle on the way. Maybe? No, I think it has to cancel.
Yeah. But if the Oracle had come first, maybe.
Yeah.
But with the Void Ray first, it doesn't seem likely.
So at least the problem is still there to make it, so it's just a slight delay, and he's going to get Glaives behind it. I like it. I actually like Glaives in this situation because the third base is late, so the creep is not that great as well. And also he made a lot of links just now that, yeah, they killed the third, but it's not a big of a deal. And he's not showing that depth. You see, like he's there behind?
Ooh, that almost looked like they were
Yeah.
going to wiggle past there.
I seen those. So he's still hiding the depth. This is beautiful because, in a way, Zerg doesn't really know 100% what he's going on. But I would have loved if he faked the +1 attack on the Stargate while this happened.
Yeah.
But he didn't, but it's okay. It's just
Well, he's making spores anyways, so
yeah.
maybe, yeah.
But you know, like Zergs, when they see, oh, he's making +1, okay, I can just make 1,000,000 drones and be happy. But instead, now he's making a Roach Horn because he saw that, well, he didn't 100% confirm, but he has an idea that's most likely just something not.
Honestly, I think you need to get the Roach Horn anyways, just as like a safety precaution.
You
There's just
should.
too many mind games.
Well, he didn't do it last game,
Yeah.
so. Or maybe he did, but
Well, no, he did make it, but
He
he
did make
just
it?
didn't make the roaches.
Oh, okay, okay, I
right?
didn't pay attention. No.
Yeah. No,
Okay.
he scouted the double Stargate and was like,
okay.
nah.
Okay, yeah. Then it's just, yeah, I agree. You should make the Roach Horn. Okay, let's check up the shakes. How many? That is it? 2, 4, 6, 10? Is it 10? My eyes are still not great.
It's 9 or 10.
Okay, 9 of 10. There's a lot of depth, especially because the Roach Horn is not done, so there's 0 roaches on the way. The queen position is going to be really important, plus the links as well. Okay, the shading is trying to go to third base. I like this.
Ooh, there's like only drones and a few links in here. Oh, he actually cancels anyways. Okay.
Second target and +1 on the way.
Yeah,
And
Forge coming up now. Hopefully for +1 attack.
Yeah. Okay, this is a good trade. There's a lot of links. Oh, the shake's gonna finish, so I think it's 5 at it.
Yeah, a few units do get in.
No queen here, so
Look at that building placement, by the way. That's the second time you utilize that. That's saving a lot of drones right
that's
now.
winning a lot of time.
Really,
Actually,
really tight
not that
placement.
much damage. I mean, he killed 5 workers. He also killed a lot of links though.
Mm-hmm.
So there's the 5 workers and some links.
And, you know, I think that was one of the things where it didn't cost us that much, and it had a lot of potential for damage.
Yeah.
It didn't actually get the damage this time. And I think that's fine, because at home, he's like pretty well turtled up. He's not going to die to anything. He has his double Stargate, +1 is halfway done. But there is a Spire on the way for RagnaroK.
Yeah, and I heard that Muras can work really well against 2 Stargates. Like, it can work. The thing is, if SOS scouts it, is the moment he's going to make Phoenixes, you know? So maybe it's one of those, you make some Muras to kill props. I don't know exactly what's the number you need to make to one-shot props, but there's some search that do that. They make the exact amount to kill one-shot props on
Yeah,
the...
there should be 5, right?
I think it's 6 or 7 or something like that. And they one-shot the props under the battery just to get some damage.
Oh, okay.
There's target on the way and the fleet beacon as well on the way. So he may go to carriers
Yeah, it does look that way.
and an infestation pit. So yeah, I think he's just gonna make the amount of Muras to one-shot the props. So we're gonna learn how many it is because I actually don't remember how
Yeah,
many.
he
it
still hasn't seen the Spire, right? That's it
No.
behind the main. So
I'm pretty sure, yeah, I haven't seen it.
yeah, the Oracle was kind of down towards the bottom a little bit more, and then the Void Rays were pushed back. So doesn't know about that as of yet. A lot of drones being made.
Okay, he's macroing, like he's not making anything. Okay, he's just making workers and some safety links. I'm curious what's gonna happen. Oh, he has no money, that's why. He's trying to scout, I guess, what's happening. Interesting. He's making just macroing up. Okay, here comes a Void Ray upgrade.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Looks like he is going to be able to force a cancel on this just barely.
Nice.
Forces that out.
Second cancel of the game. He canceled the third base. He canceled the fourth now. Considering his start, remember his start was, I thought, terrible.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Not looking too bad now, I think.
No, he's fighting his way back pretty well. There hasn't been that much pressure since then, right? There was just like the Adept pressure, which has been dealt with. I mean, these 2 Adepts actually end up doing more drone damage than the first 8.
Not only that, he scouts the Spire with these 2 Adepts, so that's pretty big. 3 Evo. He's making 2 more Evo, so he's gonna be going to 3 Evo and infestation bit. What's going on? He's gonna make
Pathogen
infestors
glands as well?
Yeah. I would be, if I was a SOS, I'd be so confused because I just saw Spire. I'm thinking, okay, it's gonna make some Muras, but there's no Muras. It's gonna be Broodlords here.
Well, he's
afterwards.
actually, like, he saw the Spire, but he's not even making Phoenixes anyways.
Well, I
Just
think,
like, nah, screw
I think it's too late already to make the, because he has the upgrade for the Void Rate for the speed, so it doesn't really need the Phoenixes anymore, I guess. Okay, 7 infestors on the way. Actually, you know, and I watched a little bit of RagnaroK practice. He was playing against Sound just before the tournament started, and he was playing with this army composition, like Infestor and some Broodlords
Oh, that's
on this
interesting.
exact map. So maybe he has this prepared.
Infestor Broodlord.
Yeah, he got Infestor, Broodlord, I think used normal.
Time is a
around it.
flat circle, Juan. That's Infestor Broodlord. It'll just keep popping up till the end of time.
It'll never end. He
We have to make the Broodlord a melee unit if we want that comp to ever fully go away.
Yeah, okay, he scouts the carriers. He's making the way I like to call it is the long arm infestor. The long arm infestor. You know, you just
Yeah. Okay, okay.
So he's making that upgrade. Nero Parasite, of course, and 3 upgrades. So his army is going to be very well upgraded. Vipers on the way, Ultra. Okay, he's making everything, man.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, well, you've seen Dark with the Ultra Scabbers lately,
Yeah,
right? Well, I mean, it seems to be pretty, like, I like the idea. Oh, God, look at that. The Fungal goes down, but insta-recall
Really
there.
recall.
So, only loses 1 Void, not the
Yeah,
end of the world.
not the end of the world.
But now he has to watch out for that for the rest of the game.
Yeah, he scouted all the infestors. So he saw like there's like 10 infestors, so he knows what he's dealing with. So yeah, this, from what I remember, when we were watching the GSL finals together with the boys, the Europeans boys and myself, they say that this style that Darkish uses is pretty good against carrier or Skytos in general, and you don't rely on corruptors. Because
Yeah,
you don't make
yeah.
corruptors.
Well,
Now,
that's what I really liked about it,
Yeah.
actually, because
You rely on
I mean,
Queens,
nothing
basically.
feels as stupid as seeing 40 Corruptors, you
yeah.
know?
But what they said the problem was is that once Protoss realizes and start making like ground units with Immortals, it becomes pretty weak. But Dark still won, so.
Yeah, yeah. But no, we did see some of that as well. Dark won, but honestly, Trap was having kind of an off
Yeah.
night. But like, yeah, I mean, if you make like 6 Immortals, 8 Immortals,
Yeah.
I mean, Ultras become so laughable. It's like the worst worst
Yeah.
thing you could ever buy. Now, I mean, obviously we don't have any of that right now. He is throwing down Psy Storm, getting some High Templars out as well, and that's something the Ultralisks will do fantastically against.
That's +1, right? On the attack on the. Okay. Yeah, that's again. That's
It's a bit late.
yeah. It's,
late.
it's okay. It's not that, since he's gonna turtle, it's not that bad. It's not like he's gonna make a timing attack. Making Storm, more carriers. Now I wonder what his plan is. Is he just gonna turtle all game? Is he gonna attack at some point? What do you think is gonna happen, man? I'm really confused. I don't know.
Well, I don't think he has any like timing coming up to attack. Like I like these little harassment moves he's doing, and he's getting decent intel still with them. But honestly, I think he should just take half map and sit.
Well, that's what he's trying to do, right? He's
Like,
missing basically 6 of them.
Yeah. I don't think him attacking here is going to end up working out for him if that's what he goes for.
I agree. I kind of agree mostly because the upgrade on the ground. And
Yeah,
also, there's an insane amount of infestors with a bunch of energy.
he's so late on his ground army as well, right? Like how many
Yeah.
High Templars does he have? Like 6 or something? He doesn't have any Archons.
Yeah.
He doesn't have full intel, but I mean, if you see the infestors,
you're
I'm
scared.
not sure if he saw the Ultralisk Cavern, but he's obviously aware of this new style.
Yeah, he probably knows.
He already made an Immortal, so that's definitely kind of telling as well.
Second Spire on the way, upgrades. He's just making all the upgrades, man. Look at this, it's beautiful. All the upgrades at the same time by RagnaroK. Double spores.
Yeah, and we just saw 10 spores being made at once. As soon as I see double-digit spores being made in this matchup, I'm like, okay, this game is 36 minutes long.
Hold on, we're going too long, I mean, boy. Buck it up. Yeah, well, we are 30 minutes into the game, basically 14 minutes. But I can see what you mean, like, already at 40 minutes, Mothership on the way, +2.
Yeah. This is a game that will not end quickly, that's for sure. Okay, well, those guys are getting wrecked.
Okay, only one dies.
Not the end of the world.
Look at how many transfuse, man.
Yeah, this is a situation where you just have to get infinitely cost efficient. And honestly, I think the best thing for Protoss here, when you start attacking into this, it's so difficult.
Right.
And honestly, I think a lot of Protoss don't even go about trying to break Zerg the right way with this. Like, I think you do need some Oracles in there for the tagging. I actually think you should be adding in a few Tempests as well. Like, I think Tempests are very, very helpful in those situations to, like,
probably.
zone out.
Yeah.
The High Templars can't do everything alone, but
No, they
I guess we'll see what SOS wants to go for. He is adding a bunch of gates.
What do you feel about disruptors? I'm just thinking about it. What about some disruptors?
Yeah, no, I like the idea of disruptors as a counter to some of this stuff.
Infestors, mostly.
Yeah, mostly to get rid of the Neurals, but in practice, it doesn't seem to work that well.
It seems really hard to control.
Yeah, and the thing is, you can always have one of those situations where they nab one of your disruptors and throw that off if they're real quick.
That's sad. Then you're really
That's when Zergs are really fixing up their hotkeys, man, for the quickest disruptor shot you ever saw.
Okay, the carries are starting out. This is the most queens I ever seen in my my life, and there's a lot in TBC, so I don't know what's going on here.
It's only 16, come on.
32 supplies out of queens. I think queens, but not this many.
Now, this army he has is not actually... 9 voids, 8. Oh my god, I love it. He just killed his own Ultra. I love it.
Yeah.
I actually think that that's an important thing to do in a game like this when you're both like starting to hard counter each other is, you know, a lot of times we talk about how when you're going to transition out something like, let's say you have like a good amount of roaches that you use in the early game.
Yeah.
You want to spend those as efficiently as you can as you tech out.
Right.
But that's an obvious step. At this point in the game, it's not as obvious. I think it's actually more important a lot of the time to kill some of your own units so that your opponent doesn't know exactly what you're switching.
That's beautiful. Many people don't understand why they kill their own stuff. It's because you hide that you're changing your army composition, basically. So that's a very important thing to do sometimes. It's mostly more important for Zerg, kind of. But because as for example, as a Protoss, you have sometimes a lot of Zealots that they can use run by, and then this move happens all the time, so you don't really know what's going on.
But yeah, like if your opponent suddenly has 6-8 Immortals and you've actually killed all your Ultras and switched up, you might actually get this moment where you like roll through the army and then roll through the reinforcements.
Okay, here comes the Void. I mean, not the Void, the Broodlords. Hey, Broodlords on the way. Also, looking at the bank. Look at the bank. Like the bank for RagnaroK is completely depleted. His drone count is not that huge. So he really needs to make sure if there's a fight, he wins convincingly. Otherwise, I think he's gonna get run over afterwards. However, I do think his army is stronger as we speak. And this is Void Raid run by the sky. I don't know what's going on. Kills the Ultra. He's probably happy about that. that Ultra died. And he's gonna kill his base as well.
And I like this type of move. Hit the edges, right? He has the Void Race at the top, he has the rest at the bottom, and he has those recalls. So he has like a lot of flexibility on where he can hit.
Yeah.
But you this army doesn't look like it can win like a strong prolonged fight, right? Like if you throw down fungal and parasitic all over these Void Rays, they're just gonna pop. Obviously chain fungals, things like that. Yeah, one thing, did you notice if he got like blink yet?
He got blink DT.
He got blink DT. But I think that, you know, that's like an important upgrade to get late in the
I agree.
game
Just to
as
have
well.
it in case you need it.
Yeah, every now and then we see games that are won with a sudden like, oh, everything's dead and like there's a bunch of corruptors in the sky.
Yeah,
Let's make 20 blink stalkers. Yeah.
I agree. Well, with this game, there's gonna be no corruptors. I'm pretty sure.
He made like just them for the Brood Lords.
Yeah.
I agree with you. I think he's gonna try to avoid making corruptors as all good players should.
Well, especially because his bank is not that great. Look at it. Look at the bank. The difference is pretty big. Now, however, that doesn't mean the game is just completely on SOS sides. There's still the fight has to happen. Players have to micro, and normally in this kind of fights, it really goes. Whoever micros better, it goes really one way. The other.
We just saw, by the way, RagnaroK clearing some of his own units again. He killed off all of his ultras at this point.
And the Ravagers. No, he's trying to.
No, yeah, I think you actually should keep a small amount of Ravagers because of fungal.
I like that.
Yeah, fungal Ravager, fungal bile, basically. Like you can actually just blow something up.
Yeah, like my battle cruisers. I know. I know that good.
And you know, occasionally someone won't look and that'll hit.
It happens more often than people think. So, well, he still has like 5 or 6 Ravagers. 6 Ravagers to be exact.
Ooh, he's actually starting to make the Corruptors as well.
Okay.
So
he might attack actually. Now, I don't know, attacking off creep seems a little bit iffy. But this army is, I guess, it's not that bad to attack off creep. But there's a lot of carriers, and always when you fight in top of the super battery, if that ever happens, it can always be like really well in your favor. You know, super battery is really strong. Okay, but it looks like it's going to be like the 32-minute mark, like you said. You know.
Oh no! Like as soon as you see double-digit spores going down, it's over 30 minutes.
Is it no matter what?
No matter what.
All right. So we're gonna. Be
You give me control of that Protoss army, it's still going over 30 minutes, man.
I'm sure you do great. I'm sure you do great.
I know how to sit behind shield batteries with Sidestorm as well. All right. All right. Another base coming up. This is the last base on SOS's side, so this is actually kind of an important moment, right? Like a lot of the times, stuff like this can come down to just who ends up being more cost efficient.
Right.
And especially, it literally comes down to that if you actually mine out half the map.
That's right.
The way that you can win without being more cost efficient is if you get more bases, basically. So, like, for instance, if SOS can't mine out this last base, and RagnaroK mines out his whole side, he can actually trade kind of poorly and still win the game. So, this is one of those moments where it's like, this is the most important thing going on in this game right now is SOS taking this.
I agree. And RagnaroK making 3 upgrades for the sky and still double-digit spores all the way.
Yeah. You gotta do it, man.
Is that plus 3 armor? I mean shield, right? Oh my god. I haven't seen this upgrade in a while.
Plus 2 or plus 3. I don't know which color for plasma.
Do you ever see that? Plus 3 shield? Never.
Not as often. Not as often.
Really rarely. So he's making that upgrade as well.
So, all right. Let's talk about theoretically what we should be seeing here. Now, SOS, if he basically mines out everything, I think the actual correct play in a situation like this for the Protoss player is to mine out everything and then to go for the ultimate 199 supply army.
Yeah, now the thing about that is that if you let Zerg get out of control with the creep and one junk, kills one carrier, out of control with the creep, his static defense moves. So they can start pushing you with the spores and everything, so it could be very scary. But I see what you mean. Like if he gets to the 190 supply army, basically use mining gas or whatever.
Yeah.
It's pretty hard to beat as a Zerg, I feel.
Well, we haven't seen a game like that since 2017 or something when Rogue versus Neeb. You remember that?
Yeah, I think so.
We called it the fist of Neeb and then the fist.
Mech Depot. I think that was the map.
Yeah,
I remember that.
Where it was literally 199 supply, and he was like the only person that beat Rogue.
Yeah.
So, like that. I mean, if you're gonna actually have your half of the map mined out, that's the right thing to do. Just keep one probe so you can rebuild stuff and, you know, it max out with the absolute ultimate composition. Now, right now, he actually doesn't have that many High Templars with his army, which I kind of find funny, right?
Yeah.
Like, he only has, like, 3 High Templars, I think.
Yeah, it's a little surprising actually, because you know Storm is pretty good. So is feedback.
Yeah.
Look how many infestors and queens there are. So that's a lot of feedback targets. But,
Look at the bank of SOS. 14K, 10K. This is one of the biggest banks I've ever seen.
it's
This
bigger-
is crazy.
It's bigger than my bank account. That's for sure.
That is for certain, yes.
That's a lot of money in the bank. And RagnaroK is mostly gas on the bank. So, yeah, it's a little surprising because normally you'd have more minerals than gas. Okay, still in the immortals. He was trying to sack them anyway, so.
Yeah, that was one of those trading moments. But honestly, you don't need to hide that you're getting rid of 2 Immortals and 3 Zealots. May as well go kill a couple buildings.
Yeah, some
Because
sports.
this really is just coming down to cost efficiency at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah, it starts to hit here, but yeah, this is, again, cost efficiency. You know, interceptors really don't cost much, but they cost something.
They cost a little bit, yeah. I mean, it's not like $1 million bucks, but it's some bucks.
Yeah. And, you know, this game, like, realistically, we could go to people running out of money. That is, I even think that's likely how this is going to end.
It's looking
Is
like
someone's going to run out and just not have enough.
that. Unless someone makes what crucial mistake. and
Yeah,
it-
you have to lose a battle pretty badly, I think,
And
to
it-
have it go another way.
It will have to be, I think, RagnaroK, the one losing the battle, looking at the blank. Now he's making blink.
And there's, hey, that's +3
That's
plasma
+3.
right there. Okay, we got
Okay,
it.
we got it. I really barely see this upgrade, and I played this game a lot. So
Yeah, that's a rare one. I
that's
think
one of them.
RagnaroK actually has every upgrade in the game.
Basically, unless he forgot.
I believe he actually has every single one. Oh, wait. No. He doesn't have Roach Bro and Bro Moon.
Ooh,
Right.
very important into the 24-minute mark.
Yeah.
It could be very
He
common.
really screwed this up. You never know if this is going to turn into mass Burrowed Roaches.
Okay, snagging the Oracle, just killing it. Very nice moves. Just trading a little bit, but again, that tank just scares me so much for RagnaroK because as a Protoss, he probably had like 20 gateways and 5 targets or something like that. But that's a lot of stuff he can make immediately after they fight.
But yeah, and part of the reason why RagnaroK doesn't have a big bank is because he's spending all of his money on static D.
Yeah.
And his drone count is very low now comparatively. He's actually only got like 50 drones.
45.
45, yeah, 45.
He's making 5 more spores. He needs those 5. Yeah, his drone count is really low, so his mineral income is pretty bad. But his army is huge. That's something to take in mind. His army is like, what, 30 supply ahead of?
Yeah, just about 23 supply up.
Yeah. I mean, he's killing this base, but I think SOS is actually happy about it.
Yes. This is a great way to use your gas, SOS says, please.
Give me some units as well. He lost 22 probes, so now his army is going to be used bigger.
I really like that tiny group of Blink Stalkers, by the way. Just as like a mobile defense force, and like he can always, if he sees infestors somewhere, he might be able to go elsewhere and hit. Which, by the way, that's like another thing. Like I know we're like looking for things to kind of talk about, but like I think that in a game like this, sometimes you see even pro gamers where they'll be like, all their infestors are on one hockey and they're all sitting in one area. You need to have an infestor on every front, at least one, to catch things like Blink Stalkers coming in so that you get them free, right? Like,
I know what you mean.
we should have an infestor basically at every place that there's Zerg creep. There should be one nearby it.
It's pretty hard to control, but yeah.
Yeah,
Theoretically, yeah, that's the right
this
way.
is your job, man. You're a pro gamer. The harder it is to control, the better it is, right? So let's do it.
I mean, luckily I'm not a Zerg player.
Okay, so
Tempest.
I told you. SOS.
You love it?
Yes,
I
yes.
do
I
too.
think that this is actually something you really should do in the late game, is add some of those Tempest in. What is it? Tectonic Stabilize or something? What is it called? What is that damage upgrade called?
You say Tempest skill building upgrade.
Yeah.
I don't know the name. It's a new upgrade, and I never used it against my race. I had no idea, but I know what it does.
I saw a couple games of it against Terran. It was pretty hilarious. But no, the plus massive damage against buildings is like, it's great because you can just do things like one-shot spores so quickly.
Yeah.
But yeah,
With Revelation?
Yeah, exactly. This is why I was saying like the actual way I think that you should play this as Protoss is to add in those Tempests and also have some Oracles so that you can. Now that was nice.
That was nice.
See, this is what we should be seeing on both sides, little moves like that. But yeah, just Revelation plus just pick things off the Tempest. Because guess what? Tempest bullets don't cost money.
That's true. There's the upgrade. Until you had no idea what to do. And there's also the
Microbial Shroud. Can't forget the name of that one.
No use against my race, man. Yeah.
Nothing seems to work against Terran, man. Is it the best race or something?
Yeah, man.
Someone in my chat said it's the best race in StarCraft 2. Is that true?
Yeah, I'm sure he's right.
Sounds like it.
Sounds like it, yeah. So, yeah, just keep going. There, 28 minutes. I saw he's been sacking props for the last 2-3 minutes. Just look at a bunch of props. So his supply is getting bigger and bigger. He's getting to the 190 supply thing that you just talked about, the Napier Rock game that happened in 2017. So maybe we get something like that.
We're getting very close, like right towards exactly that.
I saw some grabs. He's killing some units, and this run by is like a suicide. I think we missed some carries dying, honestly.
Might have.
But it's okay. It's no big of a deal considering
his
the
supply
back.
actually isn't low, so I guess he didn't really lose much there. Maybe 1 unit or something. He's still making Tempests.
Yeah.
Which again, I think, you know,
I like
Tempests are going to be amazing here.
Especially against the buildings.
Yeah, watch this. The upgrade's about to finish. You're going to watch these buildings like really start to die. The only thing is you've got to continually tag here. I feel like I would want 3 oracles, but maybe that's just because I'm bad.
Well, nowadays the oracle energy is so low, it's 25.
Yeah.
1 or 2 is enough. Don't need that many.
Well, the thing is, if they start getting snagged, you're like, oh man, now I gotta wait the whole Oracle build time to do anything. Oh, rips some in. Pulls in 3.
1 died. The mothership tanking a lot of damage, and dude, that's a lot of damage. A lot of units just died there for free.
Yeah. I mean, if you're killing 4 Corruptors when they pull in the mothership, it's worth.
I take it, yeah. He also damaged some of them. Yeah, sure, he gets transfused, but...
So maybe it's minus 400 for you, but guess what? For them, it's even more.
Yeah. These Protoss players making false propaganda saying this unit is bad.
It's propaganda, man.
It's propaganda, man.
It's a big problem in the world nowadays.
Yeah. Okay, so he's making 7 more Corruptors, 1 more Ultra, and a bunch of random links. Now the bank on RagnaroK is starting to get higher and higher, so his position is starting to get to the point that he can lose a fight and not be dead. Compared to before, where he had like 2k in the bank, then when he lost the fight, he's just kind of screwed.
A bunch of spines coming up, just pushing that back.
However, the bank for SOS is like, my god, man.
Yeah, he's almost 20k, 15k. That's something.
He's also at 39 props as well. He's basically like 2 base saturation of props.
Yeah, it's important that you do finish mining everything that you have. But yeah, look, this is it right there. Oh man, look at those buildings just die. I love it. Look at that long range, those Corruptors zoned out. You just have to keep tagging. That is the important thing. You have to see everything coming.
Man, it's so many spores and spines. I've never seen something like this, I think. Or maybe a long time ago.
Yeah, in the past, you've definitely seen something like this.
These days, not really that much, to be honest.
No, it's definitely doesn't happen as often now.
He's not reducing the spine for some reason. He's gonna let it die, I guess.
Oops.
Little mistake.
3 more Tempests being added. Did he... I think we may have missed a little bit of a scuffle, I'm not sure.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, you know, there's action happening everywhere. Like, there's like multitask going up in the right, middle. So, yeah, probably. Some props dying in somewhere. Another Oracle on the way, so...
Dude, we're at 20k. We hit 20k. More spores coming up. He's got 80 spores right now. Okay.
17 spines as well.
We're making more too, don't worry. Yeah. Don't worry, we're gonna break that 100 spore count.
We're getting a 100 spawn scar? Well, probably if some of them didn't die, it would be already at that count.
Oh, yeah. Alright, we're at 93 spores.
I've never seen 100 spores in my life.
Really?
I don't think
I feel like we must have seen, back in the Swarm Host days, we must have had 100 spore games somewhere.
Maybe back then we didn't have the building counter like this?
Maybe we just didn't turn it on.
Yeah, like 100 spores? I mean,
we might see it. Oh, 3 more.
96. Only 4 more, brother.
Oh, 6 more gates.
I like this. He should really have like 20 gateways.
Yeah, well, if you have 20k minerals,
yeah, it's
dude, you can actually fill up your whole map with warp gates and just like remax out instantly and go kill everything they have after a battle.
And, yeah, I can see.
But of course, I want to see how many larvae we have cooled up.
Yeah,
that actually would be hilarious right now. How many larvae have you seen in a game before?
Dude, I never pay attention to that. I actually never.
No, me either. But
Let's guess. 70 larva? No, that's too much, right?
I don't know.
I have no idea, man.
I have no idea how many larvae he may have right
The
now.
thing
But
is-
he's definitely not sitting around injecting,
This is
right?
what
Like
I
all
was
his
gonna
queens
say.
are up front.
Yeah, it's probably not injecting, so let's see. Has how many hatcheries? Two.
I don't like this move. I don't think you're supposed to be using Banelings right now.
Yeah, it's not. He kills a bunch of batteries and he gets position of
This is a mid-game move that he's doing in
Yeah.
Supreme late game. No, I didn't like that.
I don't like it. I don't like it too much, but what it does is it gains position of a little map of the map, you know?
Yeah.
That's it.
And I mean, that base is important, right? Like, this was something we were talking about. That's probably the most important base on the map.
Yeah, but
Because the question is, will SOS mine out everything on his side?
I mean, at the end of the day, it's not that big of a deal for SOS to lose that base.
Yeah.
But yeah,
He can long distance mine. It doesn't
Yeah,
really matter.
it
Like,
doesn't-
we're here for the long term.
well, we signed up for this one.
Yeah. You chose the right day to come cast, my friend.
PVC late game, let's go. It's okay. Seems fun.
I enjoy games like this because it becomes it's like less about the real time and more about the strategy then, right? It's like this is not actually that much about multitasking. I mean, there is some still, but and then you have moments like this where it's like, oh crap. Okay, no, everything's fine. But
Oh, the mothership again. Let's see how many corruptors die. I heard one. I heard two. I heard three.
yeah, and he actually saved it.
Yeah, he did.
He's gonna bring back the batteries. But yeah, this becomes much more like chess or something, right? Where it's like,
Yeah.
okay, what is the actual correct move here? Like, how do we achieve maximum efficiency but also battle correctly? And like, do we use a tempo-based play to win? Do we use an efficiency-based way to win?
So now I noticed why the other producers lost the mothership. You wanna know why?
Why?
They forget to make the 3-3 upgrades on the
Dude,
shield
that
and
might- well-
the armor on the.
+3 plasma. I mean, if how many corruptors does he have? He has 17. Let's say that he had 20 during that. Yeah, I mean that's a significant amount of
Yeah, it
damage that
is,
you're
it is.
preventing even with just +3 plasma, right?
Yeah, he also,
Preventing 3 a shot, so it's like 60 damage every volley you're saving.
yeah, it's a lot. So now we know the answer.
That would have died without +3 plasma.
Yeah, that's the answer. Just get
Damn.
+3 arms, plus
Dude.
3.
Yeah.
He's not gonna die.
+3 plasma though is even more expensive than the mothership itself. Right? It actually is 400 for it.
It is 100.
It's an expensive upgrade, man.
It is expensive. However, it affects all your units.
Yes, and your buildings. Can you believe it?
I cannot believe it. Incredible. You know, it's lovely. He's +1 armor only on the ground. That's what that is.
Oh, that's funny.
Okay, you're sitting there attacking spores, and sometimes he's poking at the corruptor. He has vision, so he's trading against. Like he's just getting free trades basically.
I mean, here's something I feel like we're missing out from because this is like SOS is playing this correctly, I think, with the constant tagging and then just taking the volleys and then running back and just kind of being very hyper vigilant about his army. But what I want to see from RagnaroK, because look, his entire army's right there. He needs to have a Viper to the north. He needs to have a Viper to the south. I feel like those are two very important things, even an Infestor, the north and south too, because those are angles where it's like, okay, you should make it really hard for him to actually tag what is going to hurt him.
Yeah.
And honestly, if you have a Viper to the north here, you can like yoink the mothership, but then you could also have like another Viper and yoink it again. You can pull it way back and actually secure that kill.
Yeah.
And you probably won't lose very much doing something like that.
Makes sense. Like, it's a hard move to pull out, but yeah, in theory, it works. Okay, there's a bunch of chainings and more spores than last time coming up. How many spores do you think he has? I mean, a lot of people
Right now, yeah, he probably has about 90. Because
like-
he's been losing quite a few of them.
But if he had to guess how many he made this game,
Oh, overall this game,
Yeah.
we have to be 130. 130, I say.
that's more than sometimes I make Marines in a game. Okay, he's just attacking the spores, trying to find some damage. SOS remaking the Nexus that he lost to the Ultras and Bane in the top right. We can get joink. Oh, nice tag. Oh, he couldn't joink. He tried to junk it.
Yeah. Definitely a mistake right there.
There's the
Right.
junk.
Yoinks in, does get it this time.
We can remake it. Probably will, right?
Yeah, I think he'll remake it. He's getting enough value out of it, I think, that it's worthwhile. As long as it's trading at a plus.
Yeah. Well, the bank is still growing up for gold, but how many Tempests is that? Is that like what, 8 Tempests, 7 Tempests? I'm guessing.
Yeah, I think it's actually like 10. It's 9. It's 9.
Nine?
Yeah.
I'm guessing that's enough to one shot. Yeah.
By the way, we only have 27 larvae.
So yeah, I guess they don't inject these baits in the game because he has a lot of hatcheries. So
I feel like I would
Yeah.
stock up a bit more than that, but I guess he's only got a 10K bank, you know.
yeah, only. Yeah, that's actually it's a big deal because that means his Remax is not strong.
Yeah, it'll take him a while.
Yeah,
It's definitely something you need
big
to do.
concern. Yeah. For Protoss, they probably had like 20 gateways, so it's a little bit easier to Remax.
It's twice the bank of minerals, 3 times the bank of gas almost for SOS. I love that little send-in of those stalkers. Finally, we do have a push coming
Yeah,
in.
he's trying to break it. This is what I mentioned earlier, like you can slowly push with creep and the static D, so you need to be careful with Protoss. With Protoss is basically to the max of the max supply, right? It like has 15 workers. Balances the bomb killing everything though.
Oh yeah, the parasitic plus the fungal, but he's over all of these shield batteries, so it actually pretty much negated that. I don't know if he actually took hull damage.
Yeah. I don't know, I need to pay attention to that one. This Stalker just being annoying. Yeah, actually, yeah, he took little to no damage. That's good. He's gonna lose his base though.
Oops. Loses a bunch of the stalkers there.
But he's rich anyway, he's gonna make more. He's making more. But I like how his army is not everything on the sky, you know? He's saving like a solid 20-25 supply to grab some ground army to defend the bases. But be annoying at the top.
Yeah, I think it's very important, especially at this stage of the game right now.
This Tempest still putting some work. Like, it's actually killing our brooders now, too.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah,
come
dude.
to fight though.
Oh, this is a big one right here. That's a huge fungal that goes down. I mean, he has the shield batteries there, which are helping immensely.
Oh my god. I don't know what's going on. The corruptors dive in. With the batteries, and the upgrade seems to be really good for Protoss. Look at the supplies he's dropping for RagnaroK. And his Remax is not going to be strong, as we've said.
Yeah, he doesn't have that many larvae.
I think fighting over the barriers was just a huge mistake. And
Now, yeah, this is... I guess one thing I want to ask myself is why is he attacking right here?
I don't know, there's
This is
nothing there.
It's not actually a valuable spot. I think it's just the place that he could push down. So he's like, he's pushing because you're supposed to kill your opponent this game. But maybe that was... I guess with the Tempest pressure, it is up to RagnaroK to attack because SOS is being a bit too efficient.
So you were right, the Tempest, man.
Yeah, dude. I'm serious.
And also, you see how he's remaxing.
Underrated.
Yeah, I did that. How he's remaxing on Stalker. That's because he knows that RagnaroK is probably going to make Corruptors. So
Well,
now
what
he
else
can
can
just
he
go kill the bases and we're stop in the north, see?
Yeah, look at that army. Oh my god.
Yeah, he's playing this pretty well, man. Like he's living enough to be able to not die, which he won't, and just being annoying at the top and against an army that's really, really mobile.
And at this point, killing anything is pretty awesome. Like just pushing RagnaroK back in any area.
Look how many spores are gonna die right here. What is it, like 10 spores? Some evils for consume.
By the way, there's no minerals being mined by RagnaroK anymore. He's spent everything. He's got 400 minerals.
I think he's in a really bad position this game now, considering this, because even if he wins a fight really well, the bank is just not there for another rematch.
He would have to like crush the fight, and the thing is, he can't even really make roots. Like he doesn't have the money.
Exactly. So I think at some point there's gonna be a fight, and then there's gonna be a huge Stalker rematch. You know.
Look at the efficiency.
My
Over
God.
twice the gas.
And the minerals.
Almost twice the minerals. Yeah. Insane.
The Tempest, man.
The Tempest.
You figure it out.
Dude.
These Protoss players, they don't know what they're doing. It's not only in StarCraft 1, in this game too.
Yeah, no, it's...
They
Gotta
should
get
hire,
them, man. They do so much damage and from such range. That's what it's all about, is keeping that efficiency later on.
They should hire you as a coach.
Well, I think the game has to be a bit bigger.
Yeah. But the thing is that he made enough just to shot the spores and stuff like that, you know? Like he doesn't overmake. He always stays in the 7 to 9 range of Tempest. You don't need to overmake him, so...
Yeah, as long as you're tagging everything, like, they're pretty darn safe. Like, the most dangerous thing you're doing with them is hitting spores, because that's the least range that they have. But...
Yeah. It's been a long game. It was there was their downtime, but the strategy and the ideas behind what SOS is doing just seems to be superior than what RagnaroK
Yeah.
seem to do. Even though Ragnar is the one that forces, he's the one that went infestors really quickly. It seems like SOS didn't really care.
Well, most Protoss will just like attack, and you can grind them down like that. But when he went into just a pushing comp, like this looks very different if he's not making Tempest and just sitting there, right? Like if he's playing one of these games where he's being more active, trying to take out bases.
Like someone like fighting would attack like with some disruptor or something, just try to finish the game. But it's funny because SOS is not really known for this, you know? We talked at the beginning of the game.
Yeah.
He's not really known to this for this kind of style. Yeah. He's playing pretty well.
No, it's
serious in general.
I think it's the most complete end game PvZ that we've seen recently.
Probably, yeah.
Right?
He's been playing pretty well.
Like, I think it's really hard to criticize much of what SOS did in the late game here.
Yeah, I think so.
Like, the way he got here, maybe there was a couple mistakes here and there, but like, the actual pushing and stuff, beautiful.
The important parts of the game have been playing well. Like, the strategy, the moves with the Stalkers, I really like that.
Yeah.
There's even a War Prison with Stormers.
Gotta steal that thing, man.
Stormers? Yeah.
Neural that prison.
You're gonna storm the Interceptors, actually. That could be.
I wonder if there's like some way as Zerg in a game like this to try to infiltrate a base really strongly and then neural probe and like neural leash it back to your base, make a nexus.
I mean, maybe it happens sometimes.
That would be sick.
What would
that not be good?
I mean, of course it would be good.
If you can get your own nexus up with the type of banks you get instead of all the spores, you just max on Tempest and then also your Zerg units. Done and done.
That is. Yeah.
Someone's got a neural leash, man. That's the next step.
That's the next. That's the evolution of the late game in PvC.
Yeah. This stuff's hard, but it's not undoable.
It's not undoable. Now, yeah, this game the problem is the bank. Yeah, looking at this bank and he's losing all his important structures. It feels like he's dying slowly, you know.
Well, RagnaroK. I mean, there's 16k, 12k bank for SOS. That is
ridiculous. He's on 8 drops.
Dude, he can make like 100 stalkers. You make more than 100 stalkers, right?
That's pretty scary.
Yeah.
When I hear that, you know, stalkers against turn, it's scary.
He can basically do anything.
Yeah, he's one shot in everything, man. Look at this. 2 shot, like 1 shot in Percival, the storm.
Well, this is gonna be the best engage I think that he can actually get. So yeah, he should dive on this, I think.
Okay.
That comes right in. Great fungals. He's definitely gonna wipe this.
He is, but the Remax is coming so strong.
Yeah. And there's no money left for RagnaroK is the problem.
Yeah.
Look, as long as you target down these broods, which is exactly what he's targeting.
Yeah.
We have Blinks under the broods now with these stalkers that you just warped in.
He's just cleaning everything, and since the bank is still high, I mean, he might win the fight again, but again, there's another. Look how many stalkers he's warping. Oh, even the other one's coming back.
Yeah. Flanking here, the broods trying to get away.
It looks exactly like Ragnar. I mean, Nibi's rogue game. Like he just won like this kind of. Interesting. Wonder why my pro players don't play like this.
Yeah, yeah. Well, the thing is, I think it's hard to do. If you screw up and lose, you feel really bad because you put so much time and effort into the game.
That's true.
And it's, I don't know, to like aim for a game like that, you have to. It feels like it's a draw, you know. It feels like no one can win, but it's like no, you'll win. It's just gonna take forever.
Imagine practicing that.
Yeah. Your practice partners are not going to want to really do that. But honestly, I mean, if you're a pro gamer, you got to look at this game SOS just played and think, you know what? Actually, if I can mine out half my bases, this is literally the most efficient that you can be.
Yeah.
I mean, you could probably shave a couple little edges, but that was, I think, the most efficient late game that we have seen in a long time, a very long time.
Yeah, I can see. Yeah, if I was a Zerg player and I'm practicing against this, I'm like, so we're playing only one game, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. Okay, they're ready, I think. They're about to start. Yeah, they're about to start.
I hope RagnaroK's coach is telling him to neural leash or probe next time.
He should. Maybe that's the answer.
But you got to find an area in your base and clear the creep there, just to put the Nexus down. Because neural doesn't last that long. You gotta have it all ready, man. It's an assembly line of investors to get it back.
Like a Congo line?
Yeah, you have to spread them out.
Okay.
GSL Season 3, Code 8. Alpha X, RagnaroK. Team Envy, SOS.
Just completely impressed with SOS here tonight.
I agree.
Even that game 1 build that didn't work, it was so out there.
I like that, yeah. Okay, this game he's actually not scouting with after a pylon, so this is already something very strange. This is normally not a meta, so RagnaroK is gonna get away with getting a hatchery on the natural, which normally doesn't really happen.
Normally, if you don't scout, you go gas first.
Oh, we actually missed the scout, never mind.
Oh,
So,
okay.
I didn't see it.
It's okay.
So he's actually gonna block the hatchery use normally.
That makes more sense.
Yeah, I didn't see it. My bad, sorry guys.
It's okay. You just got eye surgery. You actually blame everything on that for like a week, man. You're good.
Yeah. Okay, so he's just playing normal, opening normal. So why so far?
No, dude, he has 3 gates. Oh, your eye surgery again. Oh, no.
Well, you know, we almost saw a 3-gate. It was 2-gate Prosa Forge.
Yeah, yeah.
Now that was something else. Now, talk to me. What do you think he's gonna do this game? You think he's gonna play similar or try something different?
SOS? God. Yeah, well, he already blocked the hatch. So I always think it's going to be Stargate in that situation. I tell you what, if he just goes glaive to depths,
You're gonna be sad.
and then it's tied up, I'm going to be so disappointed. I'm going to be so disappointed because I think that he can actually just play a late game and kill him again. He can just play a regular game here. Like, I came into tonight ready for the same old SOS we've had for a couple years where he's not really able to finish Zergs. But now it's completely changed. I'm like, you know what?
He played pretty well this series so far. Yeah,
Trap is no longer my best friend. My new best friend is SOS.
we're going back to the original, the OG, the 2-time champion.
That's it, the 2-time.
Yeah. Okay, Adept on the way. Now the question is, he's making Warp Gate a gate, so if he makes a Stargate, it's just gonna be delayed again. But maybe he would like it this way. I don't know. But what is he gonna make? He's a 60 gas, 72. What do you think? Stargate or?
I think he's going to put down a Twilight, and I'm just going to be shaking my head.
I think it's a Stargate. No. It's a Robo.
A Robo. Okay.
Where's the Robo? I need to see the Robo. Okay, it's in the main base.
I think it would have to be. You can't put it at the wall. Like, Robo builds are not really around right now.
No, the times I see is where they do the all-in with the Disruptor and the Colossus, you know?
Yeah. Robo, the Disruptor drop into a Colossus timing.
It's basically Cest and Sound made that build,
Yeah.
I think, and they're pretty good at doing it. And it's actually quite strong on this map. I remember when they did it on this map and Jagannatha, but we don't have Jagannatha on this map pool. So maybe he's gonna do the build, but when I saw Cest do it, he put the Robo behind the natural, you know?
Yeah, behind the mineral.
So it's really hard to scout. And but he made 2 Adepts this game as well.
Well, he made a Stalker, right? So he can actually, he's killing the Overlord. So I don't know if the Overlord's actually going to get vision. I'd love to get a check on that because that's so important.
Okay, so he's not doing that build because he's
okay.
in one row. He's going War Prism.
Oh, War Prism and then a later Twilight. Like, I mean, the Prism has to just be for the 2 Adepts.
I guess, and maybe kills. What is going? What am I watching?
I think he's. Oh God, 3 gates and what?
It's 4. I think
it's going to be one of these really weird builds that we saw. Like,
it's one of those weird.
yeah,
it's
this
like,
is like the lightest harassment ever, is what we're seeing.
So
but he might do like this into an explosion, right? Like keep the drone count lower with this into like mass.
Yeah, I think I see this. If I remember correctly, my memory could be bad. I've seen this once. It's like the idea is the same behind the 4-gate Adept build, but you don't have the glaives at the first warping, and then the next warping has glaives, and you just make a turn next behind it. If I remember correctly, I could be completely wrong, but this is actually very rare. You know, it doesn't happen every day.
No, this is definitely his own take on it. But it does make me a little bit nervous, right? Because glaive builds like Zergs have had so long to get good against those now, right? Like they were so popular for so long.
The thing that I like is that it's a different variation, so it's like he's at least confused, you know? He's like, okay, what's going on? He's making spores. He probably thinks it's DTs, which I think it's an overreaction because he saw the Robos first, so the Twilight is used later. But he doesn't have glaives, obviously, because he made the Robo first, so glaives just finishes later. Is he going to warp it again?
I don't know. Okay, he's doing a mass warp in.
Okay,
the Overlord sees it, so.
But look at there's no roaches, man. I'm a little scared, man, because this is a normal amount of adepts for this time.
And now he has glaives.
Oh my god. And, okay, he's gonna all in behind it. He's going to Robo Bay.
Okay, well, he is knocking these queens down super fast. These lings are not going to stand a chance against this.
He's warping in 4 adepts on the main base as well. This is beautiful.
Oh my god. He might actually be able to just kill him. I think he's actually just going to get him, man. The amount of damage is going to be insane.
Yeah. With an all-in behind it as well. Pick up the adepts. Do not attack the pool. Okay,
yeah, that was a misclick for sure.
Oh, the adepts are still doing damage to the third base. Like, they're really being annoying, killing some drones, shading all over the place. My
Those
god.
adepts are crazy. Oh my god. Yeah, the shade here.
Oh, this is beautiful. This is beautiful. And I really like the all-in behind it. I think it's the icing on the cake if you're doing damage like this. Now, is it going to be Colossus or Disruptor? I think it's going to be Disruptor. Yeah, Disruptor. There.
With this amount of roaches, it just makes sense.
2 Disruptor and just more adepts and go. But I think the adepts might just win. Look at this, how much damage.
Yeah, the adepts actually look like they're basically finishing the game here. You can see RagnaroK the way he just moved in his chair. I get to watch a lot of pro gamers move around during matches, and that is the I am screwed.
Let me tell you something about that.
Yeah.
I was Creator vs Dream. I was sitting next to Creator.
Yeah.
There was a kick in the computer after he lost.
Oh, because I was watching. I'm like, oh, he's not like hitting the table, huh?
And you know,
he was doing it with his feet, so I couldn't see.
The computer went off.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
Okay, so the dev's still doing that. Yeah, this is looking terrible, man. Dream next on the way.
He's down to 29 workers, and he's still losing more.
Oh my god.
Oh god.
He plays. You know, we were like, if we see a depth, we're not gonna like it. I guess he was right, man.
Yeah, no, he really caught him there.
He did it his own way, though.
That was it was a very different way. Like the glaives were late. It didn't feel. It felt very weird. Like it was going to be like an immortal follow-up. Honestly, that's like if I'm looking at it from the Zerg point of view with the amount of vision he had and the no glaives for so long. But then suddenly there's like this. The 4 adepts in the prism come out, plus he warps in a bunch more, plus glaives finish, and suddenly the neck is snapped for RagnaroK.
Yeah, I really enjoy his overall in this series. He played his own style every single game, but it was strong. You know, it's not
it
like
was super strong.
It's not like it was like gimmicky or something. It had an idea behind it. Even game 1, I thought it was genius.
SOS is winning this season. This is the missing piece right here.
네,
Okay, Andy, take it away.
Team MV, SOS defeats RagnaroK, and he moves on to the Codex. We're gonna have an interview with him.
축하드립니다.
Congratulations. Thank you.
정말 코데스 16강 가기 쉽지 않습니다.
It is very hard to go to the Codex round 16. SOS, how do you feel?
색다르게 준비를 해봤는데.
Well, today I try to go for a more innovative strategy. And today I did make some trivial mistakes, which led to me getting defeated.
좀 무난한 스타일이라서.
And my opponent tends to play very standard. So I try to kind of mix things up.
라이트 쉐이드 포쪽 도배한 저그 상대로
In Light Shade, you were able to gain the victory against the Zerg by having enormous amount of resources.
좀 싫어하긴 하는데.
Yes, I do hate these kinds of games, these long games.
밀려가지고 또 이후 세트에서 상대 선수가 이렇게 할 수 있으니까 여기서 제가 이기면 그래도.
And then I knew that if I was able to win the game, I would have the confidence to win the next game as well. And we could definitely tell that you were preparing for the macro before coming here.
굉장이 많이 뽑으셨더라고요.
And
이건 어떤 의미가 있었어요?
You were going for a lot of adepts today, SOS. So what was the background?
희범이가 좀 레어를 늦게 타면서.
I wasn't gonna go for so many adepts, but the opponent was going for the late layer. So I was trying to exploit that timing.
갭이 조금 타이밍이 좀 많이 있기 때문에 그 타이밍 노리면 조금 피해주고 운영.
So I try to exploit the timing to damage his structures as much as possible.
쉐이드 경기하고 나서 마지막 세트 뭐 하실까 되게 궁금했었거든요.
After the Light Shade game, I was really interested to see what the final game would be like.
플레이였는데 원래 그 맵에서
the strategy that I prepared today was used in the last game.
제가 제일 자신 있는 플레이가 원래
And there was my most confident play is using the adapts. So that's why I did. That's why I did that.
이후 운영으로 완벽하게 3대0.
That's right. You were use the cannon rush, use the adapt, and you went for a really long macro game today. SOS.
계획하고 오신 거였어요?
Were you planning to go for a 3-0 victory today? No, not really.
이거는 이길 수 있겠다 생각했는데 일벌레가 좀 세더라고요. 너무 좀.
You know, for the cannon rush game,
네, 이렇게 오늘
I thought I would win the
김민혜
game, but the
선수
drones were too
최근
strong.
이 예선전에서 이동영, 박진혁, 신이범
In the
선수에게
qualifiers,
대리패를 했었는데
you
이거
did lose to Ryung, you lost to
되게
RagnaroK,
정리라서
and you lost to
이런 결과가
Armani.
나왔던 걸까요?
But today you won. So what's the reason?
열심히 하기는 했는데 제가 손이 안 되더라고요.
Well, I did try really hard, but you know, at the time, my hands were not that ready. So I was worried today.
상대 선수도 집에서 하는 게 아니고 대회장이라서.
But it felt like my opponent was pretty nervous
상대 선수도
playing on stage today.
자, 오늘 다소 힘들었지만 그래도
And that's right. Today was an arduous battle between you two, but you did acquire the victory.
한마디 들어볼게요.
So before you go, anything you want to say?
16강에서 좋은 모습 더 보여드릴
In the round of
수 있도록
16, I'll try to deliver a better performance,
좋은 갈 수 있었으면 좋겠습니다.
and I hopefully I
감사합니다.
go into a good group
알겠습니다.
in the group
다시 한번
nomination.
진출 축하드립니다.
Once again, congratulations. Thank you.
All right,
네, 자,
SOS
코데이
getting
2차
out of
두
there when
번째
he's
경기는
done.
변현우 선수와
That
정재영
was a
선수의
great
경기입니다.
first series.
저희는
Congrats
잠시 후에
to
돌아오겠습니다.
SOS. Our next match, ByuN versus Percival. Don't go away.
어려워도 이렇게 멈추면 내가 아니지. 오늘이 모여 새로운 날을 만든다. 나의 레벨은 다르다. 어너더 레벨 핫6.
함께 모이면 홈파티. 홈파티엔 먹방. 먹방엔 칠성사이다. 맛있어. 맛있는 자리에 빠질 수 없는 청량함. 칠성사이다.
태근아가 뭐해? 퇴근하고?
오늘은 유셰프, 내일은 유러너, 주말엔 유목수.
그걸 다?
본캐부터 부캐까지 하고 싶은 게 많은 요즘 시대의 커피. 칸타타 콘트라베이스.
이번 주 등산 어때? 등산 캠핑? 그래서 주말엔 낚시? 내가 낚인 거지. 그래도 나오니까 좋잖아.
일상에서 취미까지 나누고 싶은 게 많은 요즘 시대의 커피. 칸타타. 아이시스 8.0을 챙긴다는 건 건강한 생각까지 챙긴다는 것. 나를 움직이는 핑크 에너지. 아이시스 8.0. 아이시스 8.0을 연다는 건 조금 이른 아침을 연다는 것. 나를 움직이는 핑크 에너지. 아이시스 8.0.
디자인하면서 가장 중요하게 생각했던 부분은 울트라 기어의 차별화된 브랜드 메시지를 잘 나타내는 것입니다. 신과 영웅들의 최강의 무기들을 검토하였습니다. 그중 니케의 승리의 날개를 모티브로 지금의 울트라 기어의 로고가 탄생하게 되었습니다. 울트라 기어의 이니셜인 U와 G를 비상하는 날개의 형상으로 레드 색상을 사용하여 강력한 에너지와 힘을 나타내었습니다. 울트라 기어는 최상의 퍼포먼스로 진정한 게임의 즐거움, 승리의 기쁨을 여러분께 선사할 것입니다.
Today's matchup: RagnaroK, SOS, ByuN, Percival, Solar, GuMiho. 2021 GSL Season 3. Africa TV Free Cup Studio Live 2021 GSL Season 3.
All right, guys, welcome back. We just had SOS with his very own style completely demolish RagnaroK 3-1, but it could have been a 4-0.
He really could have. Well, first game was just a prop dying. That was really poor micro by him, but now we have a TBT, man.
Yeah, kind of excited about this. ByuN against Percival. You know, I've been talking about it a little bit. These guys, two of the most aggressive Terrans, really, that we have.
Yeah, they both really like to attack, right? Even ByuN these days, sometimes he likes to even skip Ravens, which is like the key core unit in this matchup. But sometimes it can work because you get your meta back so quickly that it kind of catches you off guard. But normally, I feel like the Raven is so strong in this matchup that skipping it can be a little weak. But they played the last season, if I remember correctly, it's round 16, right?
Yes.
And ByuN 1-1, correct?
That's right. He knocked Percival out, but he actually didn't make it out of his group either.
Yeah, well, that was rogue.
Yeah. What can you do? But, you know, honestly, like, I find this a little bit hard to call because ByuN has been up and down a little bit. Like, I feel like maybe about a year ago until about 5 months ago, his best games were looking like championship quality games. Like, he was playing some amazing StarCraft 2.
He won Aces Rock around that time.
Yeah.
He won Aces Rock.
Like, in GSL as well, he was looking really great until his wrist starts acting up. But a little bit more recently, like last season, I was a little bit sad with how it went down. In fact, even against Percival, it didn't look like the cleanest series. But again, they're both so aggressive.
The thing is, I feel like the meta right now doesn't really fit his stat too well. That's one of the things.
GSL Season 3.
Let's go into game number 1 on Lightshade.
Shopify Rebellion, ByuN. Team NV, Percival.
Did you see that that number? This is match number 4,327.
That's a lot of matches.
That is so many matches. Actually, I would love for someone to check. But I believe at this point, GSL has had more official matches than OSL and MSL had put together in StarCraft 1.
That is a lot of matches, considering when I was a kid, I used to watch OSL and MSL all night.
Yeah.
I remember. I remember every Terran game, I'm watching that.
Yep. Me too, man.
4,000 plus matches. That's a lot of matches.
It is a lot.
If there's a match a year, how many years is that?
4,000 years?
There's never do math on stream. Okay, so they're both doing 2 gas, but wait, who's Percival? So for some reason I don't have the names here. Percival is going for the SCV scout while ByuN is just not scouting. And actually, from what I see, I think ByuN went gas first, because look at the Reaper. Yeah, ByuN went gas first. This is really unorthodox these days. So I'm excited, because you normally never see this, and he gets the full wall, so maybe Percival can't really tell, but I think he should be able to know by the second supply depot timing, basically, that this is like a gas first build.
Okay, I wonder if he can tell that, though, right? He's the least experienced player in GSL, and that's something that, like, well, you've played since literally day 1 of the beta, so that might be something you can tell, being in GSL a bunch of times, but I would not give him necessarily that benefit.
Yeah, he's playing, what, 3 years?
Yeah, something like that, yeah.
The reason I like this by ByuN is because this is so unorthodox what he's doing.
Why is it so unorthodox to go gas first?
Okay, so if you go gas first like he's doing, it's harder to defend the proxy Reapers in general. And then when you go gas first, your command center is later. So also when they do, sometimes, I don't know if you ever see like the 3 Reaper 2 Helion timing that they normally fight.
No, I've never seen it.
Okay. Well, so when that happens, if you lose the fight, your CC it just never ends. But if you go normal, like Rax, gas, the CC always finishes. Now, however, he's doing something particularly interesting. He's making a really quick cyclone, I've never seen like this, and sending 2 Reapers across the map. And since he knows Percival is insanely aggressive, he has nothing to defend these 2 Reapers. If he goes right now, though.
Yeah. Well, it looks like he's going to, right?
No, he's
Where are they?
They're using the third base. Well, they use chilling there.
Why are they just sitting right there?
Okay.
That's interesting.
He just okay.
Is he looking for like SCV kills later?
He's waiting to see the army, and then he's gonna move in, or he just luckily cample and move in.
Okay.
He just knows the timing of the CC, I guess.
Now he gets the gas SCV as well.
So there's a cyclone now. However, this unit can bully the cyclone if he's not careful. He's not being too careful. Okay, that's not bad. He hasn't lost a unit though,
but actually, a lot more damage being done on the other side. As long as he doesn't lose that command center, the amount of SCVs going down for Percival is pretty serious here.
Bad. I really like this build by ByuN. It's perfect against the player he's playing against. Super aggressive. And he's being aggressive in his own way, but being defensive at the same time, you know? 10 workers down. I think this is too much damage to ever recover, you know?
Yeah.
In this matchup, you cannot lose this many workers early on and expect to win a game against a top player. 13 workers down, still killing Reapers. Oh, this is so disastrous. Yeah, dude, sure, he delayed the CC, but so his CC got delayed as well. 15 workers died.
It's 14 workers to 27 at the end of that. That is not looking very good. Stim already on the way for ByuN. He has the 2 Cyclones, so he's in perfect defensive shape.
Look at this, he actually skipped. This is crazy. He skipped Raven. I don't know why he likes skipping Raven so much. It's like his own thing, but he really loves it. He's making a star point right now. You've never seen this in your life. Well, he got away this game with it.
You know, you don't want to necessarily just copy people all the time, right? If you want to actually be a champion, you got to kind of innovate yourself, right? Yep. I felt like your best success started coming after you broke away from TY a little bit, actually.
Yeah, but there's like certain things that you actually kind of have to do, in my opinion. Like, it's like, imagine not making extra queens in TBC.
Yeah. Well, let's not be stupid. Come on.
But that's what it feels with the Raven, you know? It's like so strong in this matchup. But anyway, he wins sometimes matchups in TBT because he catches you off guard really bad. Now, this move, I don't like this move. He's giving it a chance to Percival, man. He's being too aggressive for no reason, and he's losing a lot of units. Actually, he might die.
Dude, it looks like he's going to, actually. This army for Percival is way better than anything ByuN can muster right now. Now, he is making a couple Vikings, which will help out a bit, but this is brutal.
He's going Cloak Banshee behind it. This is genius. The reason why I don't know why he's going Cloak Banshee, but he's going Cloak Banshee, and there's no Raven. The CC might... I think ByuN just kind of threw this game.
Oh my god. That's crazy. His command center is going to fall? How did this... Oh, you can see ByuN just kind of throws his head to the side and laughs there.
Yeah, I don't know why he was out in the map like that, man. Like, he should have been out only with the Cyclones, not with everything. It's a little disappointing, honestly. It's a very big mistake, in my opinion.
That's painful. Well, he's trying to get, like, way too far ahead instead of just sitting. If he sits up at his natural and just keeps reinforcing, I mean, the push of Percival, maybe he shreds off some units, maybe he gets a little bit of damage done, but it's not game-winning.
But look at this, he still has more workers than him.
Yeah.
Even though he lost workers, like he was so ahead. There was no reason to do what he did. It was the, you know, there's winning plays. This was the losing play.
Yeah, yeah. It was like optimal bad.
It was just not
It's
good.
everything Percival could have hoped for.
Yeah,
was
and it
that.
happened. And now I think he's ahead, really ahead, because so once you see and there's benches, you literally have no scans. There's no Raven as well. I would be so sad right now if I see a bench used. And the Vikings also on the other side of the map.
Oh man, he's killing even more workers with those.
Yeah, 5 workers. I mean, he's killing some workers, but he's gonna lose his Vikings.
Yeah, put some damage on the tank. It doesn't really matter. It doesn't do that much.
Oh, he doesn't even die, man.
Oof.
I really doubt there's another scan too. This is gonna delay. Oh my god, man! I cannot believe he's coming back into this game, man. I was certain that this game was over. I was certain, like, there was no way he was gonna come back.
Yeah, yeah.
But sometimes I guess you forget people can make huge blunders. It happens super rarely, but it happened in this game.
But no, you're right. That's a very good word for it as well as blunder. It's like, really, this was the ultimate mistake. Like, if he had right-clicked all of his units to the top right, it probably would have been better. You know, like, anything other than bringing his army out to die.
He has one chance, so this drop can be very strong because the tanks are siege on the natural. I don't know what he's gonna drop. We'll see. Ah, not yet. Oh, this wasn't the play. He's going to the main base. Ah, there's a tank in position. This is a very good position by Percival.
He's got some Marines here to buffer as well.
Yeah, this is very well played by him. So this is not gonna do much damage. He's gonna do the meta back. Was perfectly played by Percival in this situation. Very, very well. Well, now he's the other way around. Now is ByuN the one has to make hope that a blunder happens somehow.
How, like, what can Percival do though to lose this?
Move out.
But he already lost one of the medevacs. Like, if he moved out and then the medevacs flew in, okay, okay. But right now, it's like Percival's just sitting there with tanks in siege mode. His stim just finished up. Like,
I like the medevac drop. The medevac drop is fine. Also, there's a liberator he can harass with that one. Okay, he's gonna spot it. But at least he knows where the army is, and he's not gonna die, so it's fine. The medevac drop is going out of the way. See, ByuN is like hoping he moves out.
yeah, just a random siege location here to try to catch units.
Oh, the liberator is actually gonna go to the main base somehow. Unbelievable.
Painful.
Oh.
So you got 3, 4 Marines there.
Yeah, there's a medevac drop that's landing on that base. Oh, gets scouted. But good map awareness by ByuN. Now, looking at this game, the only good thing I see about for ByuN is the barrack count is really low for Percival, you know? So his production is low. That's literally the only good thing I see for him.
Yeah, but I think that's fine because he's so much heavier on the tech, right? He has like 6 siege tanks right now, so there's no way he's going to die. He's getting his 3rd CC on time. He's ahead in workers by 12 right now as well.
He still keep making 1 liberator and 1 Viking. It's quite interesting. Like, I guess he knows ByuN is super aggressive. So if you put a liberator when you're being attacked, like let's say you're being attacked and you put a liberator in a position, it's so hard to deal with. It's so hard to deal with because Marines are quite squishy, you know, they die to 1 shot.
Yeah, yeah. And it's a set it and forget it too, right? Like you can micro your heart out after doing 1 shift click with it.
Yeah, basically. So here comes a medevac drop. Scout, he thinks there's a third base. Instead he's making a third racks, man. He's like, there's not gonna be third base from me in this game. There's a siege coming up. There's a good siege. But he has a good amount of Vikings. Oh my god.
But what is he looking to actually do with this siege? Like, I guess he's got like this light contained, but with Liberator Viking out, you can easily push him back.
He's just trying to break him somehow. Like he's trying to do something to break him, but it's not gonna work, I think. And the 8 Marines in the drop, they get cleaned up quickly, since he has combat shield and Percival doesn't, so his Marine is quite stronger. Now upgrade wise, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think ByuN has +1 attack. Or I could be wrong. I'm not sure.
I don't think he does.
I think he's just like...
Yeah, he just started. He just started.
Yeah, so basically what ByuN is hoping for is like he gets the dream fight to win this game, you know? If he doesn't get the dream fight, he's not winning this game.
Well, you know, I appreciate the fact that he's kind of just stayed in the game and done his best here because
it's winnable.
Look at the numbers, right? Obviously, Percival is way ahead, but it's
winnable. It's winnable. Like, you know, like I was like, okay, Percival is kind of dead after that, and you know there was a blunder. There could be a second blunder by the other side. Now, but Percival seems to know that he's in a really good position and he's just playing really kind of safe, you know. He's not even landing his 3rd CC before making 2-2 upgrades and stuff like that.
He's actually playing safer than I've basically ever seen him play, and actually safer than most anyone will play. He's not taking any risks here.
But the thing is, it's the right thing to do. He's doing it right, so I'm happy to see.
This drop from ByuN is going to gun down these Liberators, just barely, but he's going to end up losing everything.
4 medevacs, 3 medevacs die, and bunch of Marines, 2 tanks. Yeah, sure, he killed 2 Liberators, but he lost everything he got to map control and everything, and to drop to some damage.
Yeah, but you know what? Even just clearing the Liberators right now, I think is pretty strong because he's just sieged up the 3rd. So without those Liberators to push the tanks back.
Okay, he's moving without vision. This could be dangerous. Ah, okay, he had this siege. I mean, he's gonna lose 2 tanks though. Oh, only 1. Okay, that'll reach.
Nice,
Not that
nice.
bad.
Still, this was a good moment here for ByuN.
Yeah.
He needs every little thing he can get for like the next several minutes.
Like you can see, he's even coding SCVs. He's at 41 workers for the last whatever minutes. He's just making his 3rd command center right now. He's on 3 barracks only. So his production is not high. So he's never going to be able to catch on supply. He needs to win a fight. And he's going to try to do it. I don't know about this. Is it going to work?
Yeah, really weird. He lands the Vikings and picks them right back up. Great move there by Percival. And ByuN loses a lot of those Marines that are going to be hard for him to remake.
Yeah. Oh, this is a very good move. Very, very good move. Because his production is so low, he has nothing to do. He's even going to cancel the turret base. Oh,
I could see him GGing pretty quickly here. Like
he's not going to be able to defend.
Losing that 3rd, he's going to lose a bunch of these Marines.
For the main base. Now the play will be right now to attack at the same time with his whole army, but that's Percival. But even if he uses defense, it's still fine. He's in a great position.
He's got his 3rd base up and mining now.
Yeah.
And ByuN will clean this up.
Yeah, but any trade for right now for Mr. Percival is great. So look at he's playing right, like he's playing more defensive than I ever seen.
Yeah, it's the most defensive Percival game. Like we'll probably never see another one like this guy's. Honestly, this guy is made to attack.
Because you know, as a player, as you evolve, you start to learn that you cannot just attack. It's the fastest way, the easiest way to improve, but it's not the best way to be the best player. Because if you only attack, players are going to counter your style really easily, you know?
Yeah, that's right. In fact, if ByuN countered Percival's style early on in the game,
he did,
like super, super hard, which is what got him way ahead.
Yeah.
Well, now ByuN going to try another drop into the main base. Sieges up a few tanks here. Doesn't have that many Marines, though. If he had, like, just a little bit more Marines, maybe, but...
Look, give us a casa. I never seen a sensor tower on the main base.
Yeah. That is... Yeah, seriously. I'm surprised you didn't have 3 or 4 more turrets in there, honestly.
Okay, well, game 1 goes to Percival after that terrible start. It was honestly, if it was me, I probably would have GG, man.
Yeah.
It would
have been fine too.
It was
it was too much damage. I mean, you lose like what was it, 14 SCVs to 2 Reapers?
15 SCVs, your orbital, and you lost some units, but I don't know. He just made a medevac, a tank, and some Marines, and he moved out, and somehow ByuN decided to be in the map.
He was super powering on his Marines there, and then like as the army came down, he saw the front half of it. The rest was coming to medevac, but he like flanked the Cyclone and did double lock on. Took a bunch of damage on everything. Yeah, it was sloppy. It was ByuN trying to just catch some free units.
Yeah, but I mean, but the thing is, it's fine to do it with only 2 Cyclones, but he did it with the Marines as well. That's what made no sense. Because he lost like, what, 10 Marines for free?
Yeah. And then he just couldn't save his command center.
He had no chance. Like,
if the command center didn't die, maybe the game's even at that point.
If he doesn't die, he's still in a good position. He had like double the workers he did. Oh well.
All right. Well, Percival leads, but it's definitely not over. Romanticide going to be map number 2.
Season 3, Code. Shopify Rebellion, ByuN. Team NV, Percival.
Wow. Can we talk about how great these 2 teams actually are, though? Shopify and Team NV?
Oh, of course, please.
You know, picking a lot of good players and supporting the StarCraft 2 scene is like, you know, Team Shopify, like Scarlet, Lambo, ByuN, and TMB have like, what, 5 Korean players?
Yeah. NV has picked up a ton of players at this point.
Very, very nice.
No, absolutely. Shopify's been doing so much for the scene. It's insane.
The whole ESL thingy, like...
I mean, they were already doing a lot, but then with TLO over there now?
Yeah.
Oh, man. Oh, all right. Sign me up. Yes.
Yeah, you know, as a player, like you appreciate a lot when big companies you know, they like your game. And
that's
like,
always,
yeah.
it's always super exciting to see anyone get involved in StarCraft.
Yeah, I love it. I was really happy when I saw they made a team. I was excited. Even if I'm not in, I'm like, okay, it's great, you know. Anyway, so it seems like they both open racks first and use normal 2 gas. So it's number 1 racks expand. They're not me, I guess, because I love what racks expand in this matchup.
Yeah.
I think it's a really strong build, but people is afraid to pull it in tournaments because it's quite tricky to defend some stuff.
Yeah, well, like 2 racks Reaper.
Yeah, 2 racks Reaper, or like, you know, like the 1 racks in the main, 1 in proxy.
Yeah.
That one as well. Or sometimes you can also die like 2 gases build, but I think if you can pull it off, it's pretty strong.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so let's see what the follow is. Okay, he's this. Okay, 1 Reaper into Reactor. So there's this build, which is you make a bunch of Reapers and Hellions, like more than usual. You normally is 3 and 2, but I think it's like 5 and 3 or something like that. And you try to bully the front. Cure really likes that build on this map. So maybe that's what we're gonna see by Percival, because actually no, he used 1 Reaper into a. He's playing super greedy. If he gets attacked by 3 units, he's dead, but it's not gonna happen.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah, he's just playing greedy, and ByuN is playing. So
well, this is like the #1 defendable map, right?
Okay,
like,
I don't. I've never seen this map. He's making 2 Reapers out now. In a Cyclone?
Huh.
He can't even afford a Cyclone, look.
Reaper Cyclone.
But he has no gas to make the Cyclone. What's going on here?
I don't know.
Talk to me, please. Is he making something?
He is making a Cyclone. Okay, so it's just a little bit delayed there.
Delayed, but. And also this opening by ByuN is like, I mean, they play like new builds, man. Like this is stuff that I'm a pro gamer, so I should know about this, but I've never seen this. It's funny because I talked to ByuN, so what are you doing? Oh, I don't have a build. I'm just going to proxy racks every game. He literally told me this. I'm like, come on, man.
Maybe he doesn't trust you. Maybe he thinks you're on Percival's side.
I'm a caster. I'm a neutral. What?
Caster, right. You just qualified for Codas on Monday.
Hey, man, let me dream. Okay, he's making a Banshee. So, actually, this is something similar to what I like to do. It's like you play defensively, you make a Banshee. Oh, but these 3 Reapers are going to be super annoying. Now Percival is the one putting the pain.
Yeah, I'm going to get right up into that mineral line.
He's just going to sacrifice it for SCV 3, 4, 3. I mean...
Is that really worth?
I think so, because...
Really?
Yeah, because the Reapers lose the value. They only give you map control. As long as you don't take damage behind it, you feel happy, you know? Like, look, what the only thing they can achieve right now is give map vision. Like, maybe if you get lucky, you can get in, but it's very unlikely. Now, this Banshee is a little bit of a surprise. Like, it's like a clockless Banshee. So if you play it well with this unit out, you get all the map control and you can kill some workers with the Banshee and don't lose the Banshee. You shouldn't lose the Banshee. Some people decide to sack it to kill workers. I don't like it. I think personally you should keep the Banshee alive because it gives you so much potential later on. But we'll see. The Cyclone is completely out of position. Is in the normal position.
Yeah, I gotta say I love ByuN's entry point here, right? Like it's much more likely that he's gonna get up without being seen. So yeah, he's just kind of looking around right now. Raven comes out here. Oh, this is bad news right now for Percival.
The tank comes out, so it's okay. Where's the Banshee though? Okay, he's gonna go to the main base. I like it. He should go now to the main base.
Yeah, he really needs to send it somewhere right now.
He's going to the main base and he's going to sacrifice it, but in this case it's good because he saw where the Cyclone is, so the Cyclone is not really near the main base. Beautiful padding by ByuN. I really like it. I think he can get like 5-6 workers and come back, or even get ahead probably.
Ooh, little misclick there.
Okay, the
Cyclone come back up while he's microing that Banshee. What is this?
Well, you need to get the CVs, man. Come on, micro the Banshee. It's more important to micro the Banshee than the Cyclones in the third base.
He actually comes up, gets some walk-ons here, picking off what he can.
I mean, yeah, he's microing really well, but I completely disagree with his decision-making here, because look, he only killed 4 SCVs.
He could have gotten a lot more than that.
If you only focus on the Banshee, you kill 10 workers right now.
Well, I guess he is spreading the multitasking of Percival as well, because Percival's having a micro on 2 fronts, but he ends up getting 8 with the sacrifice.
It's still good. Still, obviously, he's in a great position, but I think he could have done more, but I think he's in a great position. Now, let's just hope he doesn't do another of those blunders.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we're on 3 base now, right? Well, it's halfway done.
His
Percival's a little bit further.
Did his Cyclones die, by the way? I didn't see it.
No, I think he got both of them out.
It's very important. Okay, yeah, that's very important. Cyclones, especially when you have 2, it basically gives you map control unless the other guy has 2. Now, however, he doesn't really have map vision right now, so he needs to be a little careful, but he also has 2 Ravens, so it should be fine. Like, I think he's in a good position.
Yeah, with 2 Ravens, 2 tanks, 2 Cyclones on the high ground, Percival should not even attack into this.
Is he gonna push? What is this? There's
He's
no
crazy,
way.
man.
What?
There's no way. No, he has less.
No.
He has the same stuff but less.
What I'm surprised is that ByuN is scared. If this was me, I go kill him. I win this fight.
Yeah.
I
Just
win this
jump
every
on him,
day.
go.
Yeah.
Look, you got 2 Vikings now. Go.
I win this every day, man. Let's go. I don't know why he's scared. There's nothing to be scared of this. His army is just stronger. Yeah, let's go.
ByuN is scared because he screwed up game 1, I think.
I guess. Like, there's no way to lose. His army is just... he's using turrets too fast, man. It's okay. I think
Percival gonna back up.
Yeah.
Oh, he actually gets one of the Ravens.
Yeah.
Loses one himself, though.
Yeah, but since he's ahead economically, this is good for him anyway. Now, he forgot his C-base a little bit, so that's not good. But since Percival is so behind, look, he doesn't even have extra racks, while ByuN is already making the reactors for the number 2 and 3 racks. Percival is so aggressive, man. Like, these army movements, he's trying... If he doesn't win the fight, he's just dead. Like, he can never win.
Yeah, and look at this. ByuN has those Marines in the front. The tanks are all still green. He is just massacring right now, pushing him right back.
He's pushing with less units against someone with more units, you know? I mean, he's whining here, so maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. He should let his Vikings? This tank is dead?
Absolutely. You can target this stuff right down.
Yeah. Like, even though this trade looked bad, in the end, he's so rich compared to Percival that it's still good.
Yeah, any trade at this point seems to be all right with the more production.
Yeah, the more production. Like, he's gonna make more units than him. So, like, I guess Percival is trying to do his best to make these moves work. But in the end, like, he's still trading somewhat decently. So I guess
it's pretty even on the trades for minerals.
I guess it's not that bad, but
he's still down 7 workers.
Now in these situations, as Percival, since he's behind in production, it's very important for him to have the tank and Viking situation in good positions. He doesn't want to take damage anywhere, and ByuN forgot his extra 2 racks. So maybe he attacking like this made him come back. Cause look, he already finished his 14 field racks, and ByuN is just starting his 14 field racks. So that means the production for Percival is going to catch up. So actually, by attacking like the way he did, he made ByuN make some mistakes in the macro. Which sometimes is overlooked. It can happen, as you happen right now.
It's very true. It's not something that we really get to talk about enough in StarCraft. Like, if you're the one attacking and you... The thing is, if this is like the way that you always play, like with Percival, where you're being hyper-aggressive, and the thing is, especially against someone like ByuN, who's actually a more aggressive player generally, he's probably not as used to players coming up and attacking him, so he's not as used to having to jump home to build barracks in the middle of his micro. Whereas normally, if you're attacking, if you're doing your normal thing that you practice all the time, you're very used to being like, yeah, at this point in the attack, I generally jump back, I make 2 racks, and I keep going.
Yeah, like, he really messed up here in his macro, because now Percival should never be ahead in supply, you know? Looking now he's... Get this drop coming in. There's no sensor tower, and there's a tank. I don't know about this one. The tank died to the Marines on the right. Yeah, I didn't like this one, because this is...
Well, he's getting a little bit rabid at this point.
Yeah, this was not a good move. Now those medevacs are also going to die, because the Marines are going to catch it over, and there's Vikings flying. So now ByuN kind of gets ahead again by Percival making a mistake on his judgment. This was not a good move at all. At least the medevacs get out, I guess.
Yeah, I think that was actually kind of a weird choice by ByuN. He sent all of his Marines back to kill the 1 Marine that was near his depot, instead of just chasing the medevacs. Yeah. So maybe a little bit of a misplay there.
That was a misplay for sure.
I guess you could think that Percival sent the rest of his army to the north, but actually I think ByuN does fine there as well.
Let's do that. Okay, so ByuN is actually not going to transition to Ravens. He's making 3 extra racks, so that means he's going to extra 8 racks, which means he's going to be spamming Marine medevac tank for the rest of the game. Sometimes you can still transition to Raven, but it gets even later because you're just spending a lot of your money into more Marines. As you can see, Percival is actually playing the proper way, kind of. Which is the way we all play, is transitioning to the more macro ways, Raven. Now with the
later game.
Yeah, what I like is the position he's getting here. He's gonna bait him.
Yeah, gets a nice volley there, but Percival backs up without losing too much. Yeah, Percival has added those couple stargates or starports. Has another factory.
Oh my god. No, Percival, no, ByuN, sorry, is trying to deny the 4 base by Percival. He's doing a decent job. Now, with this style that he's playing, he really has to find a way to do damage at some point, you know? You have to either kill the 4 base or the 3rd base or get a Doom drop. And one of the ways to do it is like dragging attention like this. This is a good move. You might say, oh, but look, you can normally use fly by the turret. I know. Who's so strong.
It is.
So he's trying to get position. You have some units on the 4 base. They're about to get jump in. Oh, we missed it.
Yeah, the Vikings come up. He's actually picking off a fair amount. His tank's doing all right as well. Oh, he runs into Percival's tanks, though, and has to back up.
But he's going to jump on the third base if the servers could show up, I think. Oh, there's not even metal. He doesn't care, man. Yeah, with this
a lot of units are coming down for reinforcements, though. It feels to me like Percival is, like, I don't know what to call it, closing the position. Like, he's
going for 2-2, man.
He's kind of sieging up everywhere. He's going to be in, like, you're not going to break this.
I don't know. He might because of the upgrade. It's 2-2 against 1-1. Yeah, he's going to break
Oh,
it.
my God. Yeah, the tank siege a little bit late there as well, so he does indeed.
Yeah, and at the same time, he's killing all the Vikings on the top. Oh my God, he killed some of them. So this is not good, man. When you play against air racks, you cannot take damage like this, or you actually just get out. You can never kind of come back. It's really hard.
Well, Percival trying to retake this third base now. His setup's still pretty good at the fourth.
Yeah, he has a good defensive setup, the fourth. Now the problem is, as I said, like he's just gonna be aggressive all the time. You know, he's gonna drop. He's gonna try to kill you. And if he gets one more damage like this one, I think he just dies. So he needs to be insanely careful. And he's a big more reinforcement and a medevac drop to the natural. This is the beauty of this style, is that if you manage to pull it once, it just snowballs. So he's gonna try to break it against more. It is not a good move. Oh no!
Oh God! Yeah, losing all of his Marines there. The siege tanks barely touch. His 4 medevacs are ready as well. There's only a single missile turret to block them.
You look at the natural drop as well. There's gonna be nothing there. Oh my God!
Yeah, just unloads on the turret here. He's gonna get a lot of these SCVs, unfortunately, for Percival.
Okay, this was a pretty good defense here, actually. It was pretty good. There was a tank there.
Actually wastes all of it.
Yeah. I don't like this. This is good. If there was a scan, my God. Oh, he's gonna get away with it. Look, it's so aggressive, man. I watched this and like, man, I could never play like this.
No. It's so gambly. Like, if someone just blocks it all.
Yeah.
I thought actually Percival was going to be able to block here when he brought up the 3 additional siege tanks, but ByuN busted it, and he is keeping that supply advantage. I don't think it's impossible for Percival to win this still, though, because look. Yeah, he's making Ravens, but actually I was looking at the Liberator, right? Because he has the air advantage.
Yeah.
You can just kind of creep forward with Liberators and push the tanks off, and then it's like, okay, well, we're producing a lot higher quality units against mass Marines and tanks.
Now, the only thing I'm scared is there's one more timing for ByuN to do something similar to what happened in third base, is the 3-3 upgrade. Because the upgrades on Marines scale so much, so if you don't have a lot of tanks, you look at like stuff like this. It's still 2-2, but he's trading like Marines against Marines, and since he's making like 16 at the time, he just needs to wear it down.
He actually just picked off the Raven there too before they died. Pretty sick targeting.
Okay, but the defense was pretty decent by Percival. He's making SCVs behind it, so I think he's kind of coming back. The only problem against the 3-3 he's not making, so he should really not move out. He should defend for a little bit while, you know?
Yeah, I like that ByuN is throwing down another command center down there at the bottom.
Yeah.
It's going to be base number 6. Definitely important for him to stay ahead in that regard.
Okay, so there's 3-3 against 2-2.
There's 6 medevacs being made by ByuN right now.
Oh my God. As long as he has a lot of tanks in a good position, he should be fine. Ah, my God, he caught him off siege, man. He's gonna get in.
Well, he uses the armor shred, but he doesn't have enough Marines here.
Yeah, this is not good. The 3-3 upgrades so much. He got in siege, man. So unfortunate.
Yeah, Percival maybe taking it a little bit too quickly there. GG is called, and it is tied up 1-1.
Yeah, as I say, he had one more timing to do something similar. It was the 3-3 against 2-2. You have to be, against this style, you have to be really careful with your tank. Because theoretically, if you defend well, you're ahead because you're just making Ravens and it's so much stronger.
Yeah.
But it looks weak. But if it snowballs or snowballs like this game, it's just very hard to deal with it, which it did. So yeah, that was unfortunate by Percival. So we won 1, man.
All right. What do you think so far? Who do you think is actually playing some better StarCraft? I know it's not your style, so it's like a little bit harder
but I don't know.
to judge.
I'm liking ByuN builds. I'm liking it a little bit more. But
yeah,
like
I like ByuN's openings a little bit more than Percival's, but I gotta say, like Percival's overall style, the fact that he's literally attacking with like less units into more units, but then multitasking at home behind it, I really like to see that. But yeah, it's kind of cool to see these two go at it. It's sad that one of them has to be eliminated.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree about the builds. Now, however, what I really like is when he managed to make a comeback in macro-wise in the last game. Like, he was behind macro-wise, barracks-wise, as we spoke. Is that he kind of threw his lead by doing that 2 meta backdrop, losing the tank, and like a bunch of Marines for free. That's
yeah, that was certainly wasteful.
Just too much. How to say, like, he was too inexperienced, you know? Like, if he just waits a little longer, gets a bigger army, he just kind of rolls him over, or at least denies the 4 base for a long time, you know?
Yeah.
So he gave ByuN a really big chance there.
Well, I think that's somewhere that it's going to take Percival a long time to grow into, but definitely it can happen. Like you mentioned before, you can learn really quickly if you're a very aggressive player, but it's not like a full game that you have. You can be abused. Like, for instance, Percival, I look at him and I'm like, okay, this is a guy that can beat a lot of players, but if you put him against someone like a TY or a Maru, I would put all the money I have on those two players to beat him, you know, because he's lacking a little bit of that range that even if he gets an edge, these guys are going to be able to outplay him in these small areas where he doesn't know exactly when to pull back and when to sit back and how to defend correctly. Like, for instance, when he was defending against ByuN, the one thing that was coming to my mind, like you mentioned even the sensor tower on the main base, he was like, I appreciate it because the concept was correct. Like, sit back very defensively here so ByuN can't come back in that previous game, but it was almost too much defense.
It was too much. It was like
he could have been greedier than he was being.
Yeah, and that's an experience thing. But since it's a tournament as well, he might be a little nervous because he doesn't have that much experience. He's young. He's what, like 20 years old? I'm not.
He's pretty young. Yeah, I'm not sure.
I'm
exactly
not, but I know he's young. That's all I know. So that just comes with experience, and you know, some of us like me, we've been playing for what 15 years. So it's like at least in my persona, I don't get nervous in tournaments anymore. But I could see why some newer players or players that hadn't been playing for so long could get nervous.
What is he on Season 3, Season 4 for himself? Something like that. It's like very, very few. And he's really kind of like, I mean, is there any player in Korea that the scene is more excited about coming up than Percival? Because like he's the guy that I hear the most about as far as rising Koreans. And really he's the only like completely new guy that's making a mark.
I guess the only other one would be Nightmare, but Nightmare didn't qualify. He plays
too much Heroes of the Storm, man.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah, no, I like when he first qualified, he was the first that used Blink DTs in GSL, so I was very excited. So I like followed his stream and stuff. I was like watching him all the time.
Oh, really?
And then he just started playing Heroes of the Storm.
Okay,
I'm like,
no idea. But yeah, other than Percival, yeah, I guess he's the better one or the best one. That.
All right, well. We are going to be getting into game number 3. Anyone's series, but I'm kind of getting the feeling that ByuN's experience is starting to show through here.
Yeah, for sure. As I say, I didn't like when Percival was attacking like that recklessly, but since it worked in the way that ByuN just had poor macro behind it. But that can happen. It just can happen. It's just a mistake.
Sure.
But he got away with it. But also ByuN was, as you say, like he likes to attack a lot, so he's not that decisive how to defend properly and perfectly. That game he could have defended so much better than what he did.
Yeah.
And he would have been in a much better position. He didn't jump into the tanks fast enough, but it's okay. He still ended up with the W, so I guess that's what matters.
In a tournament setting, yes.
Take the W.
But for long term, it's like, we got to fix that.
Yeah, take W and never look back.
Yes. That's what parting does. All right. So, third set, going to be on 2,000 atmospheres, 1-1. Game is loading. Let's do it.
GSL Season 3, Code. Shopify Rebellion, ByuN.
Oh, he's proximate.
All right.
Oh. Okay. It's a proxy to Rush Reaper, man. On this map.
Well, we've kind of had some wonky openers, right? That you were saying could be weak to some builds like these, but
Yeah, but no, he's not going gas first. He's going now, unless he goes one rack span. That would be the worst build he can do against this, obviously. But let's see. The second gas is gonna go up by ByuN. Okay, he's going one base, so he has the best opening against this, basically. Doesn't mean you cannot win with 2 racks. You know.
No, totally.
I play Mario enough times to know.
That's for sure.
You can still die, so don't count him out. Now the best super insane scenario is if ByuN is CB Scout, which he hasn't been done in the series, so maybe this is why it could work. Maybe he knows how he's, because you know some people send the Reaper across the map, some people scout for proxies, some people don't really scout, so it depends player to player. So we'll see what he does with his first Reaper. That's key moment. Since he didn't scout, he would have scouted by now already. So okay.
First Reaper, it's rallied back into his minerals at the moment. That doesn't mean it's going to stay that way, but
he's in the CB as well. Yeah. Okay, so it's also not a super committed version because there's some people that like okay, you know, I'm gonna send the 2 SCVs with the Reapers and hope I kill you, otherwise I lose the game.
Yeah.
That happens, and he gets you sometimes. And those are the most triggering losers ever.
Oh, for sure.
Okay, so the Reaper seems to be. Oh, he's making a reactor. It's not good, man.
No, it's not. His factory halfway done.
Oh, he's gonna scout it.
Seeing the SCV. Okay, he turns around in time. He cancels immediately. Starts a Marine.
Yeah, that's the right play. Okay, if he didn't scout it like this, it would have been so bad. But this is scouted. It's not that bad. This is still. And I like the depot, man. It was.
Yeah. Look at this. The SCV's coming to catch these Reapers as well. Okay, nice grenades. Nice grenades.
Yeah, that was pretty nice.
Percival's microing pretty well. Ooh, he takes a lot of damage. Loses one of the Reapers. Terrible moment for Percival.
No. I don't like this starport, by the way, but it can work. Normally, I'm a fan of making your CC use before the starport because it delays. Sometimes after 2 Rush Reaper, even if you don't kill that much, if your starport is, if your CC is later, you kind of can fall behind. But I guess he's gonna do since he's still making like Marine and Hellion, he's playing it very safe behind it. You know, he's like respecting it a lot, which is the right move since Mr. Percival is still making 1 million Reapers.
Still looking for that damage.
Yeah.
All right, looks like he's going to try to come up the ramp. Of course, ByuN sees this, dodges those grenades easily. Second Hellion is out.
Medevac or okay, Medevac. So he's gonna go push. Sometimes you can. TY used to do a
proxy liberator.
No, you make like a really fast Raven, and then you have like a really strong 2 Raven timing. That's the only time I used to do this.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, but he's going Medevac, so this is like what for someone like Time likes to do, for example. He really likes stuff like this.
Okay.
And since Time and ByuN are like really good friends, maybe they got it from there. I'm not sure.
Yeah, definitely a possibility.
Yeah.
Okay, 3 out.
Yeah, he's
has that Medevac.
Okay, this is huge. Oh, this is very bad.
He catches him. This is terrible for Percival. He's just losing everything.
Yeah, there's no Cyclone.
Oh, man.
If you look at his face, he's kind of...
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, ByuN just shuts that down.
Yeah. He goes... As I said, it depends a lot what you do with your first Reaper.
Well, it was a great reaction, too. He saw the SCV, saw the Reaper come up, insta-turnaround, insta-cancel, insta-blocking depot, and Marine.
Good, very good defense.
Yeah.
Normally, I don't like the starport, but it can work, obviously. It's not a bad move. It's just...
It's interesting, yeah. It's just for the counter pressure, huh?
Yeah. I mean, I personally, it's not my style, but it works. Like, I died to it before. It can work. It's not a bad thing. It's just a personal thing.
Sure. All right, set 4 is going to be on Oxide. Let's see if Percival can fight back and not start a trend of losing to ByuN and GSL.
Well, ByuN is a good player, man. It's not an easy match.
Well, that would be if he starts, sometimes it gets in your head if you lose the same player over and over.
True.
And here's the problem, too. ByuN has done his military service. He's not going anywhere. So that's something you have to get over eventually.
That is true.
All right, let's do it. Game number 4.
GSL Season 3, Code. Shopify Rebellion, ByuN. Team Envy, Percival.
We have the gas first from ByuN again.
Oh yeah, we do. I didn't even pay attention. My eyes are not good, I guess.
Oh, we cast on tiny monitors.
That's also true.
So
it's a little hard, but I can tell you by the timing of the barrack. But yeah, gas first again by ByuN. Seems he really likes it. I mean, it's not impossible to play. It fell out of the meta, you know. Especially when you go gas first, you're a little less rich on minerals. Even with walling, you're even more less than minerals. So that's why it kind of also fell out.
Well, he just laid waste to the proxy 2-Rax Reaper, right? So the like odds of Percival pulling that out 2 games in a row when he lost is like, I would say very close to 0.
Yeah, that's a good point. I mean, it's not like it's impossible to defend, but it's just worse. Okay, and then Percival is just playing safe, like he's going to gas into a CB Scout. Same thing to game 1. He did that in Light Shade as well. So again, remember he's a young player. Maybe he can't tell the difference about gas first, and because gas first he just fell out of the meta. You know, maybe he was not playing that well back then. Oh, but he's gonna get in. But I think he's gonna be confused.
Yeah.
I don't think that SCB can see the factory.
Why did he turn around there?
Used to go home. I mean, he can scout anything, right? Just go mine.
No. I mean, like he was going up the ramp at the same time as the counter. I felt like he might have been able to get there.
Yeah, but I don't think he wants to switch your SCB. You just don't want to lose it.
Sure.
Because technically he should know. Maybe he knows. He probably knows. Like he should know. But he's a newer player, as you say, so maybe he can get off guard.
Well, it's already happened to him once today.
Yeah.
So I think he's more keen on the possibilities of it as well.
Oh, he's jumping like he's so greedy, man. He's gonna lose it? He's so greedy. This movie is so greedy. Oh, nice grenade though. He gets away. That's a nice grenade. Nice micro right there. Okay, so it's 2 Reapers, 1 Helion by Percival into Reactor and Tech Lab.
Oh, he catches him anyways!
Nice.
Could have traded, but decides not to. I like it. Backing up.
Maybe the reason he didn't trade is because he has something special prepared.
Well, ByuN is making a mine.
Yeah, I'm seeing that. He also either make a Helion, Percival is. So he actually, if he lost that Reaper, he would have lost the game immediately, but since he didn't die, it's okay. Okay, so...
What do you think about the mine here?
I think what we're going to see is a medevac, pretty sure. I don't know. Or it's just very defensive.
Well, I've seen Terran players occasionally make that mine, and it just like kills like the Hellion that comes up the ramp, basically.
If you're lucky, you kill the what's the name? The Cyclone. You're very happy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be a tank drop. So this is just an insanely fast tank drop. Like normally it's a little slower because you go back gas. But since he went gas first, look at the starport timing. Like for Percival, it's not even done. So it's just faster. But economically wise, it's just worse. Like look, he's 2 workers behind. Orbital is gonna be behind. But you know, it's maybe he really likes the pressure really fast. We'll see.
Well, that's ByuN's style, right? Bringing the mine along as well.
Yeah. Now, tank drop on this map is really strong because that little ledge that you have, you can hit basically the rally point, and you can hit the barrack and the reactor. So I'm pretty sure that's where he's going because normally when I play against him, that's where he goes.
Okay.
Okay, here we go. He's gonna have position as well, putting the mine in the low ground with the Helion and the Reaper. So he's getting all the position that he wants. Look at the mine, already power.
All right, well placed.
There it goes. Yeah. There's no Raven out for Percival. Now he just came out.
Yeah, the first one joining. Okay, the 2 Reapers and Hellion are going to come up the ramp now into the natural. Tank getting some decent damage.
Nice micro so far.
Yeah, some really constant micro.
Oh, the tank. He's going to play tank for tank.
Oh, he got it. Well, turns out to be a trade, and he actually loses the medevac there to the Cyclone.
Okay, then I don't like it anymore.
Yeah, that seems to have come out ahead for Percival.
Yeah, for sure.
Who remains 2 SCVs ahead.
Yeah, also taking mine, he has a Raven faster, so... Yeah, so Percival dealt with it pretty well. Yeah, sure, he lost a tank, but he killed a tank and a medevac. So, when you kill 2 gas units, you're more happy than when you kill only 1.
Totally.
But the follow-up for ByuN, what is he gonna be? Look, he's still rallying across the map. He really he loves to be so aggressive, man. It's crazy.
Well, you gotta actually like start early to get aggressive in this matchup between these 2, right?
Yeah. So
we saw Percival actually gain some advantages from that even when he was behind. So we'll see if ByuN can really do the same. But it seems like Percival, like, look, he's already got his 2 Ravens out. The first Raven just popped for ByuN. He's got his tank in siege mode. He's got like a nice spread. I feel like I don't think Percival's going to take any damage coming up.
Okay, so see, if I can see from the minimap, is he only made one Raven into swap into to make Vikings. So he's always going to be behind on Raven count, so that's not good. But since he lost already a Starport unit as well, he's just behind the Starport units all the time. Now, however, this position can be tricky for if he's not looking, you know? There's still a lot of units, so he needs to use well the turrets.
Actually targets down that auto turret immediately. Another one comes down. They fight a little bit there, but some good damage put out from Percival. ByuN has to back up.
This is starting to look a little bit bad for Percival, but it's still like, it's not terrible because he's still in his side of the map, you know? And the Raven didn't die, at least. He lost a tank, I guess, but it's still not a... Oh, he killed a Viking right there. Oh no, that was the Raven.
Oh, beautiful. Look at this. Pushes him back with that siege.
That was a Raven, right? He killed a Raven right there.
Oh, he must have.
He had two.
Yeah, Raven's gone.
Yeah.
And yeah, Percival lost one as well.
Yeah, crazy. Okay. Wait. We missed it? Or he has 2 starports. He's making 3 Vikings at a time. That's why he got a not. I was looking. He got a not number of Vikings. He has 3 starports. So he's gonna.
I feel like I haven't seen 2 starport this early.
You only do it when you're in a really good position and you want to push, which he is in a good position. He was in a good position and wants to push. So this is the right moment to pull it off. Maru likes to do this sometimes, and since the teammates, maybe, you know.
Yeah, could be. All right, targets that down immediately, loses the Raven, but the Raven goes down on the other side as well. ByuN actually with that Viking advantage. Scans on both sides here. But ByuN should have the air dominance still slightly. Nope, couple more Vikings coming up. Percival is going to take that over, but 4 siege tanks here for ByuN.
The tank position was beautiful for ByuN. Beautiful. If he didn't have the tank position, he'll be so dead, because he's going to always be behind on Viking now because of the 2 starports. Now, this is not the end of the world for Percival, because he's still macroing behind it. As long as he... Okay, he's trying to break it. I don't know. Is it going to work? He's landing the Vikings. He kills 1 tank. But it was good move back then. Good with the SCVs repairing.
Spreads his own Vikings out there. Does clear the tanks. Can bring his 3rd CC back now.
Yeah. Okay, now I'm curious what is Percival gonna do, because with this push, your 3rd CC is used later, because you made a 2nd starport, right?
Yeah.
So I feel like he was a little careless the way he pushed, you know?
Yeah.
And ByuN had a really nice spread of the 4 tanks, kind of just shooting everything.
Yeah. Well, he should have taken a little bit more time, right? Because you can just slow push it with the air dominance.
Yeah, at some point you can make 1 Liberator, you know? Because you're just gonna have more.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was...
Definitely a bit of a mistake.
No, a big mistake actually. Not a little one. Quite a big one.
A gigantic, massive, huge mistake here.
Yeah, look at the supply. It's like it's starting to build for ByuN. It's not impossible to win, but you're just behind. Okay. You gonna go?
ByuN is actually down in Vikings here, but he does have that siege tank advantage. Does the scan, nails one of the tanks immediately.
If he's low push, I think he'll kill him, but I don't think he will. Okay. He's just gonna play safe.
I think it's a little bit hard too, because still he doesn't have enough stuff that shoots air.
Yeah, well, he doesn't need anything, because look at the army for Percival. Like, literally, you can slow a push, but he doesn't have the full vision as we do.
Yeah.
So this is also a fine play. Like, he just needs to take it slow, you know, which is not his style, but I think even his low pushes, he can break him. Look, his army is nothing.
Combat shield's finishing up here on both sides. Big siege here. Nice spread.
Check his low push in there. 1 tank down. Yeah, he's gonna drop it. Beautiful move. Beautiful move.
Yeah, I think Percival in some big trouble now. Forces the unsiege. Only 1 tank there left over. More Marines coming down and stimming. There's just no units here to help out with that tank.
Yeah.
SCV's coming to fight, but this is going to be a ByuN victory.
Impressive. It was very, very well done. After the start of the tank drop, I didn't think it would be like this, but I think Percival really was not patient enough in the way he pushed, and he's getting cut over really badly.
Yeah. Well, a little bit too aggressive for sure.
Yeah.
GG, and ByuN going to advance with a 3-1 over Percival. Super happy with himself.
Look at him.
Wow.
Yes.
There's that emotion that we all love about ByuN so much.
Look at him, so happy. I wish I could get this happen.
I know. I wish I wasn't dead inside. No, ByuN though, showing that passion there, knocking Percival out. Percival not going to be able to play in Code S this season.
Sadly.
But honestly, the thing is with Percival, I'm quite certain he's just going to be a mainstay. We're going to see him in Code A or Code S basically until it's military time for him, you know?
Yeah.
Which is a long ways off, I'm sure.
Yeah, he's young. He also has the advantage that he is on a team with like the best Terran basically, in my opinion, Maro.
Yeah, and another thing I want to mention about Percival is you can see so many places he can improve, which is like very exciting because some players it's not like that where you're like, oh, I'm not sure, it's kind of hard. Okay, Andy, take away.
Okay, ByuN of Shopify Rebellion defeats Percival and he moves on to the Codex.
축하드립니다.
Congratulations, thank you.
자, 먼저
First of all,
축하드리면서
ByuN,
2연속
congratulations, and this is your second consecutive round of 16. How do you feel?
일단 오늘 진짜 너무 제가 항상 테란전에 자신이 없어가지고
I've never had the confidence in the TBT matchup, so I was really worried coming here.
그 팬분들은 아마 오늘 퍼시벌 정지영 선수를 조금 신인이라 그런지 낮게 보는
And all my fans, tend to look down on Percival because he's a rookie player. But I think now that innovation has gone to the army, I think Percival is almost as good as innovation in the TBT. Really, that much? Yes, definitely. So I had a lot of pressure today, and I prepared really hard for this match today. And in the end, having good results against him, I'm really happy.
정재영 선수를 이신영 선수
Wow, comparing Percival to innovation.
굉장히 사실 놀랐는데요. 일단 이야기를 해볼게요.
Alright, let's talk about it.
역전하는 그림이 나왔어요.
Today you did make a comeback in this best of 5.
역전을 해내셨는데 오늘도 이 1세트 그 해명 좀 해주시죠.
Okay, let's talk about this game 1.
제가 말했듯이 맵팩급으로 준비를 해서 제가 생각한 그대로
In game 1, things were going according to my plan.
탱크 드랍까지 예상을 했어야 되는데
I
제가
should have anticipated the tank drop, siege tank drop, but I didn't.
그거 지고 나서 진짜
And that was my downfall for sure in the first game. And I thought the remaining games would be really hard for me. But I try to keep my poise, and I think my mental therapy is really helping me right now.
정신 차렸다. 네, 말씀대로 잘 풀렸습니다.
That's right. As you say, the remaining games were good for you.
해병을 앞세워서 과감하게 돌파.
You're able to gain the win by the aggressive usage of the Marines.
보여주셨죠. 자, 마지막 4세트
And you had the better micro overall.
상대는 제공권에 중심을 두고 있었는데 지상 화력으로 밀었어요.
In Oxide, you overpowered the enemy with the land units.
어떻게 평가하시겠어요?
So how do you rate the TBT today?
제가 인정하는 테란 대 테란 강자를 그래도 물리쳤기 때문에
Well, I admit Percival as one of the best TBT player,
선수 같은
but he's not really at the level of Maru in terms of using Ravens.
태양이나 신영님이 와서 지금 해도 저한테는 이길 거예요. 그
I think
정도로
TY and Innovation, if they come back right now, they can easily beat me.
3병형, 5병형 상태에서의 해병 탱크 싸움은 그래도 뭐 전성기 뒤지지 않는다고 생각해요.
I feel like right now my Marine tank control is almost as good as my prime time. So I really focused on that in my preparation.
오늘은 좀 안 나왔지만
I couldn't show everything today, all of my performance today, but I'm pretty satisfied.
네, 해병 전차 돌파하실 때 모습은 정말 전성기
Yes,
시절
it was really good
생각나는
to
그런
see you
모습이었는데요.
using the
자,
Marines
오늘
and
경기
tank so well.
리뷰까지 해봤고요. 그 외 이야기도 나눠보겠습니다. 어느덧 올해 마지막 GSL이잖아요.
This is the last GSL season of the year, ByuN. So how do you want to spend this season?
2경기 끝나고 쉬는 시간을
Well, after the second game, I requested for a break.
할 때도 손이 마비가 왔어요.
even
워낙 유리한 경기였어가지고
on the stage today, my wrist hurted.
그래서
I had the pain.
화장실 가서 도저히 안 멈춰져가지고
So I went to the toilet and my hand kept shaking.
한번 씻으니까 찬물로.
But after washing my hand with cold water, that was a big relief for me. And I was able to play the remaining game with a better condition.
16강도 이렇게 손절임 없이.
So hopefully in the round 16, I will have less
차근차근 하다 보면은
of this
16강이
symptom
아니라 8강, 4강
and carry that momentum onto the round of 8 and round of 4. That's what I expect.
시즌 1, 시즌 2 성적을 좀 많이 못 냈기 때문에
And season 1, season 2 of the year, I wasn't able to put up a satisfactory result. So this season, I have high expectations.
지난 시즌 조지명식 때 이병렬 선수가
In the last group nomination,
만들 때 그 테란 중에 한 명에 대해서
Rogue
경기를 하셨거든요.
actually made Group A into a 3-turn group, and you were one of them. So what do you expect for this group nomination?
항상 조지명식 때 말했듯이
As I always say in group nomination, I tend to focus on the schedule more.
빨리 하는 것도 좀
Having been in Group A, I think playing earlier is not actually that bad.
조금 아쉬웠지만
I did get eliminated, but if I had won, I think I would have more preparation time for the remaining matches. So I don't care if I go into Group A, I don't care if I go into Group B.
아무 데서나 뽑아주시면 제가 또 알아서
So I'll just gladly go into any group.
네, A조나 B조를 원한다
So
이런
ByuN saying he
말씀이신데요.
wants to go to group A or group B.
마지막 한마디
Okay.
해주시죠.
So anything you want to say before you go?
네, 지난번에도 또 16강에서 오랜만에 올라갔는데
I did make it to the round of 16 this season, and last time I wasn't able to show a good performance.
오늘도 저번 16강도 그렇고 이번 16강도 그렇고 퍼즈는 많이 줄이고 있고
I'm trying to reduce the number of pauses I make in the games.
좋아지는 것 같기도 하고
I think my wrist is getting better
오늘
slowly,
경기력에서도 그게 나온 것 같아서
and I think that was
많이 걱정 안
shown in
하시고
my performance today.
기다려
So I hope my fans keep having high expectations on me. I'll try to deliver better performance in the next games,
돌파해 보도록 하겠습니다.
and I'll try to make it to the round of 8 as well.
도와주신 많은 테란 분들께 너무 감사드리고
Also thanks to all the script partners, all the Terran players, and also thanks to my team, Shopify Rebellion.
알겠습니다. 변현우
Alright.
선수 긍정적인 회복
ByuN,
기대하면서 다시 한번
Congratulations on the win today. Thank you.
네, 이렇게 두 번째 16강 진출자 변현우
All
선수
right, thank you,
만나봤고요. 계속해서
Andy, for the
GSL
translation.
이벤트
Some very interesting
statements, man.
Statements there, yeah. Like Percival is as good as Innovation TVT. Would you agree with that?
I'm not sure about that, to be honest. I
No?
think that's a little bit of
Well,
self-ego
it's
boost.
funny. He said he's as good as Innovation at TVT, but then he also said Innovation would come back and beat him. But he beat Percival.
Yeah, so it's like, I don't know what is the circle, man.
Okay, guys, we're going to jump to a quick commercial break while we figure that out.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on there.
TBC coming up next.
I know you're telling me you're leaving, but all I wanna do
어려워도 이렇게 멈추면 내가 아니지. 오늘이 모여 새로운 날을 만든다. 나의 레벨은 다르다. 어나더 레벨 핫6.
함께 모이면 홈파티. 홈파티엔 먹방. 먹방엔 칠성사이다. 맛있어. 맛있는 자리에 빠질 수 없는 청량함. 칠성사이다.
퇴근하고 뭐해? 퇴근하고?
오늘은 유셰프, 내일은 유러너, 주말엔 유목수.
그걸 다?
본캐부터 부캐까지 하고 싶은 게 많은 요즘 시대의 커피. 칸타타 콘트라베이스.
이번 주 등산 어때? 등산 캠핑? 그래서 주말엔 낚시? 내가 낚인 거지. 그래도 나오니까 좋잖아.
일상에서 취미까지 나누고 싶은 게 많은 요즘 시대의 커피 칸타타.
아이시스 8.0을 챙긴다는 건 건강한 생각까지 챙긴다는 것. 나를 움직이는 핑크 에너지. 아이시스 8.0. 아이시스 8.0을 연다는 건 조금 이른 아침을 연다는 것. 나를 움직이는 핑크 에너지. 아이시스 8.0.
디자인을 하면서 가장 중요하게 생각했던 부분은 울트라 기어의 차별화된 브랜드 메시지를 잘 나타내는 것입니다. 신과 영웅들의 최강의 무기들을 검토하였습니다. 그중 니케의 승리의 날개를 모티브로 지금의 울트라 기어의 로고가 탄생하게 되었습니다. 울트라 기어의 이니셜인 U와 G를 비상하는 날개의 형상으로 레드 색상을 사용하여 강력한 에너지와 힘을 나타내었습니다. 울트라 기어는 최상의 퍼포먼스로 진정한 게임의 즐거움, 승리의 기쁨을 여러분께 선사할 것입니다.
힘들어도
어려워도 이렇게 멈추면 내가 아니지.
오늘이 모여
새로운 날을 만든다. 나의 레벨은 다르다. 어나더 레벨 핫6.
이렇게 좋은 날엔 홈캠핑이지. 홈캠핑엔 고기, 고기엔 칠성사이다. 맛있는 자리에 빠질 수 없는 청량함. 완벽하네. 칠성사이다.
숙취 요즘 누가 저렇게 깨니? 맨날 똑같은 거, 맛없는 거 깨. 이제 탄산으로 깨. 숙취 해소의 새로운 기준. 가스강. 환도 역시 가스강이 대세.
디자인을 하면서 가장 중요하게 생각했던 부분은 울트라 기어의 차별화된 브랜드 메시지를 잘 나타내는 것입니다. 신과 영웅들의 최강의 무기들을 검토하였습니다. 그중 니케의 승리의 날개를 모티브로 지금의 울트라 기어의 로고가 탄생하게 되었습니다. 울트라 기어의 이니셜인 U와 G를 비상하는 날개의 형상으로 레드 색상을 사용하여 강력한 에너지와 힘을 나타내었습니다. 울트라 기어는 최상의 퍼포먼스로 진정한 게임의 즐거움, 승리의 기쁨을 여러분께 선사할 것입니다.
양념 툭툭, 올리브유 또르르. 우와, 그리고 제로. 너무 좋다. 맛은 배로, 칼로리는 제로. 칠성사이다 제로.
야채 착착, 당토 톡톡, 아보카도 슥슥. 그리고 제로. 이렇게 맛있다고? 맛은 배로, 칼로리는 제로. 칠성사이다 제로.
울트라 기어로 부드럽게 이긴다. LG 울트라 기어 게이밍 모니터. 울트라 기어로 선명하게 이긴다. LG 울트라 기어 게이밍 모니터.
관리받다. 관리하지 않는 순간에도 관리받다. 14일 동안 정성껏 발효한 브루잉 콤부차로 관리받다. 브루잉 콤부차.
Catch me in the pit. Our GSL Season 2 champion in 2021. Unreal. It can never be found.
Welcome to Dark Era.
Gotta keep the flame on max. I'ma keep it going till there ain't nothing left. Watch your mouth around me. Keep the flame on max. I'ma keep it going till there ain't nothing left.
2021 GSL Season 3. Today's matchup: RagnaroK, SOX, ByuN, Percival, Solar, GuMiho. 2021 GSL Season 3. Africa TV Free Cup Studio Live. 2021 GSL Season 3.
Hey guys, welcome back to the GSL Code A. Artosis alongside Special. Of course, Tasteless still trapped in quarantine. Don't worry, he's fine.
He'll be fine.
Well, as fine as Tasteless truly can be, right? But no, he's doing fine. He's trapped for now. He's negative on coronavirus and all that. And don't worry, we're safe.
Yeah, we're safe.
Yeah. So we've had some good matches tonight so far. I really enjoyed the SOS Rag series. That was pretty insane because he like really brought his own style. He brought his own builds, and his late game PvZ looked honestly better than anyone else's right now, in my opinion. At least for like Supreme endgame. So really enjoyed that. Then ByuN versus Percival, you know, the mirror of the two most aggressive high-end Terrans that we have here.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah. Do you think ByuN can make a splash this season? Because a few seasons ago, I was like, damn, man, this guy can easy top 4. And, you know, he had that really tough reverse sweep. Was it against Dark when he really his wrist started?
3-2, I remember.
Yeah, he was like wrecking him, and then he just fell apart, and it was like,
yeah, okay, I think he can do well. Now, what I find his problem is that either I feel like his game go either super on his way or they go terrible. I never see like a middle of the road, you know, like.
Yeah, very true.
So I think it just depends how the game kind of starts in his situation. But I think he's a good player. I mean, he won Asus ROG after coming out from the military.
Yeah.
I think he beat Zero, if I don't recall correctly.
Didn't he beat like Maru on the way too or something? He went through some heavy players.
I think he beat Maru, you're right.
I think that was the finals, if I'm remembering right.
I don't remember 100%, but you might be into something right there. So it's not like he cannot do it. I mean, he obviously can, but the GSL is so competitive, you know, and it's for ByuN is in this patch and this style of game, it's a little more complicated because his style is so aggressive, and aggressive style normally falls down in preparation tournaments, in my opinion.
No, I would definitely agree with you on that. It's a good assessment. Also, like as the meta gets older, aggressive plays lose a little bit of their value as well because people just get very good against everything. That's kind of why we need like consistent patches, kind of.
Yeah.
You know, and it's been a little over a year since our last patch, if I'm remembering correctly. So
it's coming, man.
I keep hearing that.
Just wait.
Yeah. Well, I have nothing else to do, so I will. Yeah. I mean, it's coronavirus season, right? Like that's what I do is I sit around my house and wait for patches. Yeah. So, anyways, those matches were good. We have GuMiho returning next, going up against Solar. What do you think about this one? Is GuMiho in good enough shape to take down Solar yet?
Okay, I seen him play some online cups. He wins. He plays well. He's a good player. And he has his own style, so he can definitely catch players off guard. Now, I feel like Solar is one of those more smart players that he kind of knows how to prepare for players that play a little weird. So, I don't know. It's actually, I have quite a funny story about this. So, you know, I play against Armani, right? And GuMiho play against Solar. But me and GuMiho, we are teammates.
Yeah.
But I had no one to play with, so I played with Solar. And he played with Armani.
Yeah.
So I won my match. So maybe maybe Solar will win his match, and you know, the best practice won.
But what style is GuMiho using right now? Do you know? Like if he's still favoring mech?
He likes mech. He likes mech, but he also likes bio.
So your practice for Solar might not have helped as much, right? Because you weren't really pulling out mech.
We talk also. We gave advices to each other, you know. So I think I gave him some good advices, and I also play a little bit of mech when we play.
Yeah, yeah. No, I know that you're quite good at mech. I actually thought you might bring some out.
I was winning 200 at the field, but my bunker didn't finish.
What can you do, man?
But obviously, I'm saying this, but I have no idea what GuMiho is going to play, you know? I have no idea.
Yeah, I think it's hard to say.
Because it's round of 16, man.
Dude, yeah. Well, Solar, like, you remember he had, like, he's actually, like, Mr. Round of 16, basically. Like, he did some record of Round of 16s in GSL in a row.
Oh, really?
Like, him and Parting have, like, these huge streaks that they went on. Like,
it's so crazy to me because I think he's, like, a top 4 player caliber, you know?
Yes.
He's that good.
Yeah.
But
well, he's actually it's like an enigma, kind of. Like, Solar, I think, is one of the smartest Zergs in the entire world. Like, he actually invented many of the styles that Zergs use. Like, a lot of the old Swarmhost styles he invented. Lingbane Hydra he invented. Like, he was the first guy using Lurker against Terran. He invented almost everything. And the thing is, remember SSL, he actually had some super deep runs there multiple times. He was top 4. Yeah. But I don't know, he doesn't deliver enough in GSL for his actual level.
Yeah, I agree. Like, when you put this guy in an online tournament or in like other tournament in general, he used those very, very well. But for some reason, GSL top 16 is his cap so far. I don't think he ever made. Did he made Run of 8 ever? I don't think so.
No, he has. He has. But yeah, no, well, not in the very recent past, but yeah, it's kind of a weird thing about him. And here he is against GuMiho. Like, I think Solar's favored here, but I love GuMiho. I love me some GuMiho, man. This guy, the savior of mech. Let's see what he can do on Lightshade.
GSL Season 3, Code. Kaizi Gaming, Solar. Storm Gaming, GuMiho.
Okay. You saw me move my head right here, right?
The gas first.
We have this gas first. This is what we're talking about. Little strange, you know, this is outside of the meta in the day. Now in this map, since the rush distance is not high, 4-card run by is pretty strong. However, look at Solar opening pool first with gas. He's taking no gambles against proxy Raxes, you know?
Yeah, it's kind of interesting. Like, first off, what is GuMiho doing? He's just trying to get the quick factory?
Yeah, the fastest cars possible in the game, you know? This is the worst economy you can do, but it's the fastest Hellions you can ever make. In Solar is playing like basically one of the safest builds you can do. It's really strong against proxy racks. It's really strong against, like, you know, for example, I like to do like the 2 Reapers, 2 Rax Reaper. It's really good against that.
Yeah.
And
how does it pair against this build specifically?
Well, okay, so he's going Marine and no CC. This is actually even faster Hellions than possible. You know, this is even before CC. So against this,
so maybe it's not a Hellion opener.
No, this has to be Hellion.
Has to be?
It has to be Hellion.
100%?
Yeah, 100%.
200%?
1,000,000%.
Ooh.
I'm willing to bet what's inside my wallet right now, Artosis.
I mean, you're a Terran pro gamer, so I'm not going to...
There's nothing
There's
inside.
nothing in there. There's lint in there and paper clips.
Yeah, it has to be Hellions. It's just the fastest Hellions in the human planet, and now this is really bad for GuMiho because the 4 links are going across the map and he has nothing to, you know, the CC is going to be delayed.
Well, I mean, the Lings, yeah. I mean, he has a Hellion on the way.
Yeah.
For that reactor.
And actually, you should have bet against because it's going to be like a Marine drop, I'm pretty sure.
All right.
Okay, so the 3 links are coming up, and his Solar should be so happy when he sees, like, oh my god. I'm delaying the CC, I get a full scout. You know, he saw the Hellion.
Did you see the starport? I don't think
he doesn't see it, but as long I think he can split the links and get away with it, maybe. Okay, 2 more links show up, but I don't think he can fight this.
Yeah, he's really roasting these right now. Speed's going to finish relatively soon.
Oh my god, he's going to do a tank drop, man. He's going to do a tank drop.
Tank drop now?
Are we playing TBT now?
Dude, what is this? What are we looking at from GuMiho? The thing is, he's definitely an innovator.
I mean, he's apply block because the command center didn't finish, but he's definitely doing a tank drop.
I can't wait till he makes a Cyclone.
Never mind, he's
oh no, it's a Banshee now? Dude, all right.
No, he changed his plan.
All right, someone turned Special's microphone off. He has no idea what's going on.
He changed his plan, man.
Do you even play this race?
He changed his plan, man. And I'm going to explain you why he changed his plan. Because he made the starport way too far. so the swap is way too far, so it doesn't make any sense. He was gonna make a tank, I guarantee you. If we ask him after this game,
yeah,
are you gonna make a tank? He's gonna say for sure.
Okay. But what would he do with the tank drop?
Okay, so there's this very old build that you start with a tank drop, and then you do three medevacs, tanks, marines drop. And he used to do it in the past a lot, so maybe that's what he was gonna do.
Okay, okay. But the way it looks right now to me, it almost feels like he's gonna go into mech. What do you think?
He likes Banshee to mech. Now Banshee can go into ByuN, as we know, it's like standard. However, this is a two-base.
His barracks is across the map right now.
Okay, that's pretty funny actually.
And like, I mean, as far as I know, he's not going to land it to get stim over here.
No, dude, it's
look at this. He's just hunting overlords with this
overlords.
Dude, GuMiho is playing such a funny game right now. I love this.
Okay, that's right. He's still making a lot of Hellions, by the way. These Marines are just they're on a mission, man. Their mission is to find overlords.
Well, if they caught another one, I'm sure Solar would be shaking his head. He's like, what the hell are 4 or 5 Marines doing over here?
Oh, the Banshee shots before the sport finish is pretty good.
Yeah, he's gonna get a few drones here.
Maybe 3. Okay. He shot well, gonna be 3, but he got 2. Yeah. And also Solar going over the speed. Oh, he didn't start a sport there. No, bro, they're so greedy, these Arc players, man. I'm telling you. 3
He just doesn't want those spores?
Yeah.
God, 7 drones already. And you better watch out because those Marines are still looking for overlords.
8 worked. Oh my God, this is looking very great for GuMiho. Okay, so I talked with Solar, and I told him, you know, he said, how do I beat mech if they go stuff like what GuMiho is doing? I said, you just go, you drop your queens like you used to do.
Dude, that is such an old build.
Yeah. Because this...
You're like, remember that tournament you used to do well in? Yeah, use the meta from back then.
Yeah, well, this is what GuMiho still plays. Like, his army is really weak against what he's doing. Now, however, he lost a lot of workers early on, so it's a little more weird.
Well, I mean, he drops out the queens. The Overseer coming up.
Yeah. Like, he has a bunch of Hellions.
I don't think this is going to do anything to GuMiho. I think he's fine.
It might be.
He has 11 Hellions, 5 Marines, 3 Banshees.
Yeah.
No, this isn't going to do anything to him.
It might, but the thing is, the roaches are still beefy, you know? Like,
yeah, but with this many Hellions...
They're Hellions, man. They don't really kill roaches. But oh, okay. Now with the Kutsala position, then you're right, man. You're starting to look really bad for Solar, actually.
Yeah, he's getting some transfusions off, but honestly, like, you're coming up this ramp right now. Oh my God, that was like a 1 volley on the Ravager.
Now, GuMiho is panicking a lot, you know, making bunkers, and Solar is running behind it, so it's not the end of the world. This is you can still macro behind it, especially if he kills supply depots. Oh, the Bite actually hit the Banshees.
Yeah, kind of a nice hit there.
Yeah, that was a very nice hit.
Oh, I love that he threw down a tumor up here as well.
Oh, that's very nice.
That's really good.
The Spire behind it, I love the Spire. It's such a smart move. Now the Hellions, they could do a lot of damage. I don't know about this.
Turns him into Hellbats.
Is this the play? I don't think this was the play. I think you could have just run by your cars.
Yeah, yeah. Well, you're certainly not going to catch drones with the Hellbats.
Yeah, this was not the movement. And the worst thing is he's not gonna get to see the he's not gonna get to see the Spire, and he's still making tanks, and he's just putting crypt tumors.
I like the tumors. I like this idea.
The reason you go BC, again, if you're gonna go mech, stuff like this is really, really annoying. As you can see, like, it's pretty strong. It's hard to the...
Dude, where is that command center going? That command center was... Do you see this command center that's out in the middle?
Maybe it's like the barracks searching
It's looking for overlords to kill?
Oh, poor GuMiho, he's falling a little bit apart. And I don't know, he has nothing for the mutants, man. As last time I checked, the tanks don't shoot up, neither the Banshees.
No, that's true, but he still has those 5 Marines.
Yeah, maybe. maybe. Those do shoot up.
Yeah, look at this. 8 mutas on the way right now, and he doesn't have the intel on that. Now, Hellion's going to go across the map. Maybe he can get lucky, see him popping out, and get something up. He does have his eBay about to finish.
Yeah, he will hit that. You think he will start a turret? I think he should. I don't think he will.
If he doesn't make any turrets,
he's kind of dead.
This is going to be a huge amount of damage.
Yeah, and even then, he's just gonna make Mural in vain, you know? Actually, he's gonna transition into roaches, so I think he knows as long as he kills stuff, he's kind of just in a good position. Even if he uses the tanks, because they're gonna be off position. Even if he doesn't kill workers, he can just finish the game with a bunch of roaches.
Yeah.
That's his plan.
And he has a turret finishing up before these get here, so that's good at least. Going to kill off this one tank immediately. Yeah, jumping on top of these 4 or 5 Marines. They finally are going to fall.
Yeah, making much roach behind it. This is why the meta with mech is with DC. Like, there's so much stuff, it's hard, easy to die to.
Totally.
This is one of the things. So he's making Cyclones now, but Cyclones don't pair well against a bunch of Roaches and Ravager, so this economy.
Yeah, he just GG's. I'm not too surprised about that. That was a little bit rough. It's funny, though, because it felt like at the beginning he was doing well. Like, he deflected the Lings, he killed an Overlord, he was... Like, the Queen drop thing didn't honestly do very much. I guess it kept the harassment, the pressure back a little bit, but that's clearly not what it's intended for.
No, it normally actually can kill you. Now, however, since the early game, he went pull first, right? So his economies are really worse. And then he took, like, what, 8 drones dead to 1 Banshee? So his economy was really bad. But what get him back is that Terran who was never able to take his turret base because there was like a creep and an attack. And you kind of need the turret base if you play in mech to be able to afford everything.
Yeah, for sure.
So yeah, that was not good. But next map is what? Oxide, if I see right?
Yep, Oxide is next, and it's the Towel Terran, man. Let's see if he can take game number 2.
Oh, the Towel
Terran. He grew a lot, man. He looks older than when he left.
Well, we all
he is older than when he left.
We all look older.
No, I know. It's just funny watching this happen. All right, guys. This is map number 2. Everyone's getting older.
GSL
Let's go.
Season 3. Kaiji Gaming, Solar. Storm Gaming, GuMiho.
You know, I want to see more GuMiho mech.
This might not be the map. This is probably the best ByuN map, but still possible. Just I don't see it. I don't want to break your heart, but I don't see it.
My heart's already a little bit broken.
From the last game? Actually, he's going late gas, so he's going to open Marine with a faster CC than normal.
Okay.
His gas is very, very late. You see? It might be a 17 gas, or you might be a gasless expand, which is completely...
We never see that.
It's completely, okay, it's a 17 gas, 18 gas in this case. It's just a super late gas. Now, the reason you do this is because you can still get your command center a little faster, and since you're not going Reaper, it doesn't really matter, but your factory is really late, you know? So he might, what I could predict from this, maybe, you know, one of those 3 racks builds that are floating around.
Yeah.
I personally don't like it too much, but it can work.
It's the one where you like start pressuring like with Marines out on the map early, right?
Yeah.
Actually, I really liked the one that... Who did it? Was it Dream did? Where he like pressured really heavily, then followed it up with the tanks on the high ground right over and the medevacs and just like killed him. Was it Kier that did? You know what? I think you're right.
Kier is the
was
first
Kier.
one to make this build, so probably. And then Percival and Dream can, and then people got into the hype of it. I never got into the hype of it, but it works. It can work.
Well, it seems to me like a build that it can't be the base of your TBC, but it can be like a good build to mix in and kind of catch people off guard. Because when those Marines start like just kind of walking around, he makes a factory.
Yeah, it's not that build. I mean, it doesn't mean it's that build, but something else. So I actually. No idea. He's making a second Marine in a reactor.
The one thing we know is that you don't have any of GuMiho's builds.
No, I don't know. It's just different. But like just because the gas was late, it doesn't mean it's gonna be that build. It's just a possibility. You know?
No, of course.
That's what I was trying to say. And actually, Solar is gonna make like 8 roaches and just walk across the map. This is something that Dark likes to do, which is quite. It can be quite strong.
Do you?
Because the Hellions are a little later than normal, so you can really scout that well.
You think he's just not going to see it till it gets up there, maybe?
Well, it depends on the pattern. He's just a little lucky. But he has 2 overs in good positions to see the Hellions move out. And actually, he's just making 1 Hellion and 2 Marines. Man, GuMiho plays his own thing, man, I swear.
He really does.
I don't know what's going on here, man. But...
Yeah, it's kind of weird. Like, look, he put the starport right next to it. Okay, he's going to float it over now with the 1 Hellion.
You think he's going to search with the barracks to kill Overlords again?
No, I don't think so.
I wouldn't be surprised, honestly.
That would be crazy. Okay, the Hellion is coming down. Like, he definitely has some eyes on it.
Okay, I see what he's doing. He's doing like a 6-7 marine drop with a bunch of Hellions. But I don't know how he pairs against this. It's actually Hellbats behind it. I don't know how he pairs against this. This is a very particular scenario that I'm not really experienced into it. I guess he could pair well for Solar. I mean, for GuMiho if he stays at home and gets like the high ground with the Hellbats, you know? But the thing is, this is not super all-in by Solar. Yeah, sure, it's committed. Oh, this is not good.
Ooh, yeah, catches those right there with the Marines.
Oh,
I feel like he should boost down and pick those up before they all die. Oh, no.
Oh, man, this is looking really wrong.
Yeah, only 2 left over. The SCV is going to be pulled down. Oh, my God, the bunker nowhere near ready. This is not a good comeback for GuMiho right now.
It's not good, man.
Sentence. No, there's a couple queens on the ramp.
He didn't
and
even close
everything.
it, man. The Banshee is really ages late coming.
It's getting worse and worse.
It is, man. This is a beautiful preparation for Solar. Yeah, the Hellion, okay, that's nice.
Hey, okay, well, he's starting to roast some drones, and he made Hellbats, which fought for a moment there. He's killed a lot of drones, but his SCV is falling still. A lot of units left over here as well. A Banshee will pop out, so he will eventually hold. Let's see how many drones he actually ends up killing.
We are 15 number. Now it needs 2 shots to kill their workers, so it's taking more time to kill their workers. 22.
22 drones killed.
It's not bad, but
equal on the workers. The Banshee, ooh, yeah, just dodges that bile at the last second there. Takes down a Roach, trying to keep his SCVs alive as much as possible. Another Roach falls.
Okay, I'm not sure. He's gonna close and save all the SCVs. However, I feel the situation is really good for Zerg anyway.
Yeah, it feels a bit better, right? Like, there's not that many tools for GuMiho right now.
Yeah, basically, like, he has no cloaking, he has no production, he's not making things, he has no counter protection. 2 links is still being annoying, or 3 in this case. They're not gonna do anything, but, you know, they're just annoying. Yeah, I don't know, like, it's not looking too great. I would be okay if he had a 3rd command center, but he doesn't, so the Zerg, look at the drone count, it's just exploding.
Yeah, and GuMiho can't really do too much against that. He is still making Banshees, he's making Hellions again, so maybe he can go across and put some pressure on. Maybe he gets lucky with the Banshee like in the previous game, but look at those worker counts.
Yeah.
Solar up 21 workers.
Also making some safety roaches just in case. Because you know, he's not Hellbats. I don't know. There's CC on the way, and he's gonna play Bio, I guess. And it looks like Solar is just playing really safe now over the speed.
Yeah. Well, the production
is
it's like not just low production for GuMiho, but low command center count. So it's just like nothing is really fitting together for him.
Hellbat drop, boy. When's the last time you see these boys this fast?
Hellbats in a medevac going across the map.
2015?
Okay, well that's the last time MVP played a tournament. Blue Flame Hellbat drop. You just suicided in and kill all the SCVs.
Look, Solar is doing the same thing. He's dropping queens with the roaches, which is the right play against this because the production is so late that even if he doesn't kill him, he just annoys him so much. It seems like lately queens just walk across the map and do damage. PPC against Terran too, apparently. Okay, the Banshee comes here. Has cloaking, no? He canceled cloaking, I guess.
Oh yeah, I guess you're right.
Yeah, he was making it, he canceled the cloaking. 1 tank is out.
Okay, so he'll end up holding.
Yeah, he's gonna hold.
How much damage will actually get done?
Well, I don't think he can. Yeah, he drops.
Yeah, he's still gonna do it.
Well, he just made annoying.
Yeah, I would prefer to have him just go around and creep the map a little bit.
Oh, like that's a nice one. Look, he's scouting with the Overseer. He's making sure. Okay, it's Bio. Now you might be looking at the game, but look at the upgrades. He's ahead in upgrades, but what the real story tells is the orbital. Their orbital just literally finished right now, and the upgrades are so not that important when your production is really low. So even though the upgrades are great for GuMiho, it's still Solar is gonna be able to catch. Oh, look at that!
That was awesome.
Yeah,
that was a great usage of the splash.
I love that. I love it. Solar's gonna catch it, the upgrades, and his army is gonna be huge because the economy is just bigger.
Yeah, up at 68 workers right now. He's looking pretty darn strong. Roach speed gonna be finishing up. Creep spread pushing forward. Re-creeping this area as well.
I like that. Waiting a scan. Basically, you're forcing people. You know, you want to take your base, you gotta scan.
Yeah.
Nice. Give me some TLO vibes, you know.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, trying to help a drop. Roach is in position. The creep spread is nothing impressive, but that's normally just because the opening and the way he has less queens just in there now because he skips some queens.
Well, he's also flying around with most of them anyways.
When's the last time you saw a queen drop with a medevac drop?
Yeah, SSL.
My god, I don't think I ever even see this. One in GSL, man.
Well, I know that you're very proud because you told him to do that. So.
I mean, it's strong against what GuMiho likes to do.
Yeah, yeah. No, it's going well, and I'm feeling kind of bad for GuMiho here. Like, he's in a terrible spot, and also, like, the thing is, his TVZ, if you kind of remember back, he's like a mostly mech player who mixes in bio occasionally to keep it fresh.
Right.
Whereas most Terrans are mostly bio players that mix in mech to keep it fresh.
Yeah.
So for him to play behind with the bio, I'm like, oh no, this is the worst case for him, really.
Yeah. So this deck is gonna be really hard to stop. He doesn't even care about the 1-1. The tanks are in siege, trying to go to the high ground, which is the right place.
Oh, he is just going to kill everything. This is game over. He's up 80 supply right now. Just over twice the army supply. A few siege tanks. Not going to do anything.
Nice drop, though.
Yeah. Counter drop is nice.
But
doesn't matter, though. It's just way too much over his space.
Yeah, man. He's getting kind of destroyed, man.
He is. He is, unfortunately. You can kind of see the look on his face. Like, this is not going as planned. It's too bad. Like, I like the new, fresh ideas that he's bringing out. He's trying to play a slightly alternate style.
But not working, sadly.
No, it's not. Well, sometimes it takes people a little bit to get back into shape, right? He hasn't been out of the military that long.
No, especially, and also because he's playing basically one of the strongest Zergs in the planet, you know? It's not like he's playing...
Yeah. No, this is not some pushover match.
Yeah.
Code nowadays, this is the deadliest Code has been since 2011.
Code is so hard right now. It's like you play a match against Ro.16 Code caliber player.
Basically, yeah.
A best of 5.
Almost everyone in Code is around a 16 caliber for Code, yeah.
Basically. So it's like, it's really not that simple.
All right, 2000 Atmospheres next. My favorite BC map. Can we see it from GuMiho?
He's not the vibes to play like that, but if there's a map to do this, actually it wouldn't be romanticized, but this is the second best one.
Yeah.
And I'm surprised actually, looking at these videos, I see Oblivion there. What's going on here?
All right, let's go into match number 3.
GSL Season 3, Code. Kaizi Gaming, Solar. Storm Gaming, GuMiho.
So you mentioned about the vetoes with Oblivion being map 5.
Yeah, I think that's the best map in the planet map. So he must have something prepared there. Now that's the last map.
He vetoed Blackburn, is that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now this gets me triggered so much. European Zergs telling me that Blackburn is a Terran map, and every time I see it on GSL, Terran loses.
Yeah.
And I talk to all the Zergs in Korea, and they say, "No, this is a Zerg map."
Yeah.
Then I talk to Scarlet, one of my best friends. Yeah, it's the best Zerg map. So apparently it's only a Terran map in Europe.
Yeah. It's definitely been a divide, the European Zergs versus the Korean Zergs.
Yeah.
And Scarlet, you would classify more as a Korean Zerg, I would say.
I mean, I'm a little sure that I think the Korean Zergs are a little better against Terran than the Europeans. But okay, what is this? He's not making an orbit. What?
Interesting.
You see what I'm seeing? It's like this is kind of, I guess,
CC
similar.
orbital? I like it.
Yeah, it's just a higher economy, similar to the build before he did, like the gas late.
Dude, this is the freshness we need.
Yeah, it's just more economical.
Yeah.
So actually, it might be the same build. So let's see. I can tell if he makes 3 Marines. I wasn't paying attention that well entirely. If he makes 3 Marines, is basically the same opening as he did in the last map. Yeah, it looks like that. It looks like that. Okay. So I guess it's just like his little fresh, like, okay, I get a command center faster, so I have more economy, and I have 3 Marines to cut Overlord easier as well. Now the backside, the bad thing is my factory is later, and it's harder to scout all-ins, like for example the last game.
Yeah, yeah. The Roach definitely did some work.
Like he was basically scouting with Marines.
Didn't go too well for him. Dropping from like 6 to 2.
Yeah, actually, since maybe he really believes in his build, he might do it again. Like he didn't get to show the build, you know, because he used Day2 Roaches.
Yeah. That makes sense though when you think about it, right?
Yeah.
Like his whole game plan was changed. We actually have no idea what his real plan was. When you get railroaded like that, you just have to do anything you can.
It looked like it was gonna be a Hellbat attack with Marines and a medevac.
Yeah, it did.
With like more economical, like so it's not as committed. But it's a different build, just their command center build. So it's just the same opening with a different follow-up. So 30cc. So obviously everything is faster just because his CC's first command center was faster. Just the tech is lower, basically. So it's a little more greedy, I guess. Is that good way to put it?
Sure. And no Roach Horn, so we're going to be safe here for GuMiho this time.
Everything standard for Solar. Like he's playing cream and butter Zerg build.
Cream and butter?
Cream and butter. Wait, cream and butter? Bread and butter.
Oh,
Bread
okay.
and butter. I don't eat those foods. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
I don't know if he's gonna play Overspeed though. What do you think? You think he's gonna play Overspeed or just gonna be like, nah, just gonna play normal without Overspeed and make a lot of queens?
Yeah, no, it seems like he's just going to go for a lot of queens here.
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, he's gonna do that. You're right.
Well,
I mean, it's not bad.
The thing is, I think the queen drops for him, because that's like part of it, right? Like if you're going to go for that speed, first off, it's going to be good against Banshee. Second off, it's going to be good for the actual queen drops. But it feels like he's foregoing that this time. Okay, there's another Rax in the way, so it's not going to be mech anyway. So he's almost kind of lucky in a way, right? That he's not going for it, because it doesn't seem like it would be that useful here anyways.
Well, also on this map, the thing also on this map is getting the scout is much easier because you send the overlord through that path. So you almost always get the full scout, even with 3 Marines, which I don't know what there's only 2, I don't know what third one is. So he got the full scout, so he saw his bio. So I think he's maybe pretty happy because I think GuMiho overall's bio is not that strong compared to his mech.
Yeah.
But I don't know, maybe he has something prepared. You know, you never know. Maybe he's playing well these days with bio. So we'll see.
It could be. It could be.
Like honestly, the games we watch is like he never really had a chance in to show his thing, you know?
Everything's been ruined in the early game for GuMiho so far, unfortunately. But this game, like, Solar's basically leaving him alone, playing a very standard style. But, I mean, this style is going to be hard for GuMiho to stop. It'd be hard for anyone to stop Solar playing the double Evo, you know, 1-1 for Lings.
Especially because he got the correct read. Normally, 2 Evo is not that great against Cloak Banshees. But since he's not Cloak Banshees, his lair is late. So he can upgrade the Lings faster. And you have like a little more leeway with your Lings. They're gonna be stronger in when the 2 medevacs show up, you know?
Oh, for sure. Do you think he's gonna be going Spire here or Hydralisk again? Or direct into, I mean, we don't really see direct into Hive anymore.
Yeah,
it's pretty rare.
It's pretty rare, super rare. Like, it depends on the gas, how many he makes. So he's making 5 gas, so it might be Hydra. Like you think he's making 2 more, he has 2 in the natural and 1 in the main base. So it's probably Hydra, but you can still go Miura with a layer cast. Oh, he's losing his game. This is not good at all. So greedy.
That was
so
a
greedy.
bit sloppy.
Yeah, very, very sloppy. Yeah, it's probably gonna be Hydra. Or it could still be Link Bane into Lurker, which is something that we see sometimes as well.
I don't like that as much. I think that's got some weaknesses to it that can be exploited.
I feel it has weaknesses as well. I thought like there's like some certain like marine and mine timing that kind of can kill you. But so many people use it these days that, you know, it's a viable style. It's not. It's something
people
you
are definitely using it. That's for sure.
My favorite has always been Miura Bane. I feel like if the player is really good with Miura Bane, it's like the hardest to play.
Oh, it's so flexible; it can go into anything.
Yeah. Oh, this rompa is big because there's no medevacs here, so
yeah, a little bit painful. He just starts up a round of 8 Marines, so he actually doesn't have anything to help out. It's going to be a little bit. These Zerglings starting to do a lot of damage here. They're going to get in. Tank siege is up. Okay, they pull back.
Look, he's going to get attacked.
Oh, boy. Oh, things are not going well for GuMiho right now. He's going to get that siege tank.
And this all happened because he lost his Hellions early on.
Yeah.
Oh, this is looking like, honestly, against a player, the caliber of Solar, it looks like very, very, very complicated to come back, you know?
Well, Solar's sitting here on 4 bases. Look at this, the Infestation Pit coming up.
So he's
2-2 on the way. Baneling's speed is going to be finished before GuMiho gets across the map again. So Solar, at this point, is basically invincible against what GuMiho has.
I think so. I think so sad for, he's going the Lurker style that we discussed. Little losing the cars when your build is economical and you do no damage early on is so important because you lose map control and those run bys kind of just get you, which just happened.
Yeah.
If he had like the cars, he cannot get run by like that.
No. Solar probably won't even try it at that point, right?
I mean, you can still try because the links are fast, but
that's true.
You know?
Just run away.
Yeah.
Hive on the way.
Yeah. Gonna be lurker.
GuMiho's trying to clear some, but like even that little clear, that minor victory, it doesn't really make up any of the difference.
No. Like that rumble was too big.
Yeah.
Looking at the supply, the worker count, like GuMiho is at 59 workers. He's making 2 factories behind it. Might be the right play to turtle, try to play the long game somehow.
Yeah. No, I like that part at least, right? If we're gonna go mass siege tanks from here,
that might be like the only way. Like there's no way you can go and kill him, Solar, you know? Zero chance. It's not happening.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with that assessment more. Like, you know, sometimes you get behind, you're like, okay, let me line up a timing attack to kill him. No. It's already, the time has already passed. It can't happen. Like, in an optimal game against this build, I don't think you can kill him. Like, I don't think it's gonna happen. Like, you have to be like top 2-3 Terran in the world to be able to kill Solar in this situation. But yeah, I think if you go mass tank, like sometimes you see Zergs really get aggressive with the Lurker Ling Bane. So yeah, if you have a really deep tank line, you can suddenly wipe that and be like, oh, okay, here we go, half map.
Yeah, you get a really good fight, and then you still like he still will have to turtle until like Ghost, for example, to win this game. Like, there's no, I don't feel there's gonna be a timing that he would be able to move out of the map, unless like Solar throws the worst fight in the planet, like literally move command and doesn't look at anything. But
we call this the Armani style, where you like unburrow all your lurkers and you run after the planetaries. No one loves busting planetaries with lurkers.
He's
like
making
Armani.
sure that doesn't happen. Look, he's making the armor for the planet. That's obviously the misclick, boys. But yeah, you normally want attack upgrade. +3, not that one. But that's a big mistake, dude. Like, you don't want that upgrade right now.
No, dude, he needs it totally.
Yeah.
Yes.
Instead of +3 attack on the Marines.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm sure.
You don't need Marines, man. You're only making tanks and Vikings here on out. Okay.
Okay. I'm gonna next time I play, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna make sure to do this. But if I lose, I'm gonna blame on you. Is that fine?
Yes, that's fine. I like being blamed for
things.
Oh,
look, he's making 2 Niduses. This is what Rogue likes to do.
I like the double Nidus play.
Yeah, I like it.
I think it's underused actually. It's like I think it's a hard thing to pull off, but
especially if you're ahead like this, like there's just
no reason not to.
No reason not to. You fly the Overseer with speed, and then you put 2 Niduses and attack somewhere, or try to get in. Now Solar is just waiting, I guess, for like.
You know what? He's like hasn't produced a Marine in a very long time. I think he actually meant to not get the +3.
You actually might be.
I think he's actually switching.
Maybe, yeah, maybe into something. You could be right.
All right, well, this is a big attack, a very big attack. A ton of Ling Bane's coming in. Looks like his SCV is going to be partially demolished here. The tanks, though, help him out quite a bit. A lot of Lings getting in on top of them, so he will end up losing quite a few.
Nice drop.
Yeah, the counter drop's doing all right.
Okay,
it's not the end of the world for GuMiho there, but it's not a good situation either. He's got 52 workers. He's only at 140 supply.
And he's super supply block as well. He lost a lot of supply.
Yeah, he's adding some more barracks, so yeah.
I think it was
the +3 attack. He's really missing it now.
I mean, it wouldn't be done, but
it would be done pretty soon here.
Yeah, pretty soon. Not quite yet.
It would be pretty close.
Yeah. Oh well, another squad of Marines trying to kill the creep, but he cannot land his third base again. So his economy is getting worse and worse as time goes on. +3 attack now on the way. Tanks on the way. Ghost Academy also has been completed, so he can make some ghosts. But with his economy, like so weak economy, that he cannot really afford like the critical amount of cost. And look here, GG's, man.
Okay, so GG is called, and GuMiho unfortunately gets absolutely bodied by Solar, but GuMiho just came out of the military. You can't, that's a tough matchup against Solar. First match back.
One of the harder ones.
Yeah, I mean,
even qualifying for GSL is already impressive, Because there's some people that didn't qualify that been playing longer and stuff,
Absolutely, and look, we'll see what he can do in maybe the last Super Tournament of the year. Obviously, next year, I think he's going to be a mainstay again, very easily. Very easily. He's GuMiho. What can you?
He's a very good player. He has his own style. And once he gets everything again, he can like his mechanics more back up and stuff.
Yeah,
I'm
and
sure
he'll grind his style back into what he wants it to be. This guy has already saved mech before. He can do it again.
Torch drop, baby.
Yeah. All right, on to our interview.
2일차 유일한
of Kaiji Gaming
승리
defeats
거두고 7연속
GuMiho, and he moves on to Code S.
강민수 선수 바로 만나보겠습니다. 축하드립니다.
Congratulations, Solar. Thank you.
네, 오늘 유일한 3대0 승리 거두고
You are the only player today to have gained a 3-0 victory, and now you move on to the Code S. How do you feel?
사실 오기 전에
Honestly speaking, before coming here,
때도 승률이 별로 안 좋고
in practice my win rate wasn't good.
뭘 할지 몰라가지고
And my opponent is a player who I'm not sure what he's going to do today. I wasn't sure.
좀 걱정이 많았는데
So I was pretty worried.
다행히도 제가 그나마 생각한 쪽으로
But luckily,
상대가 플레이해줘가지고
he did play like I anticipated, and that's how I was able to win.
끝나고 근황이 궁금했었어요. 사실
So
지난
Solar, I
시즌
was wondering
조지명식
what you've been up
우승하신
to.
이후에 그 어느 때보다 8강을 염원했었는데
And you've always wanted to go to round of 8. So how was your
이번 시즌 어떤 마음으로 임하시는지
how is your mentality right now?
사실 최근에 제가 정신적으로 좀 많이 안 좋아서
Recently, I haven't been too good in terms of mentality.
확실히 이게 조지명식 때 뭔가 조를 잘 짠다고 꼭 올라가는 거
Having a
아닌
good
것
group in
같고
the group
그냥
nomination doesn't really
어느 조에
confirm that
가든
you're going to have a
잘하면 올라가는
good
것 같아서
GSL journey.
앞으로 조지명식이나 이런 거 할 때도 저는 그렇게
So from now in the group nomination, I'm not going to be too affected
심경의
by my
변화가
groups.
많으셨던 것 같아서 그래도 마음은 잘 잡으신 거죠?
So right now your mentality is fine, right?
저번에 16강 경기 끝나고 좀 쉬면서 좀 저를 돌아보는
last round 16 after the round 16, I looked back at myself and I had some self-reflection time. Right now I'm feeling a lot better.
선수와의 이야기 좀
And today your opponent was GuMiho, who just come back from the army.
또 상대해본 메카닉이 있었잖아요. 좀 어땠나요?
And you went up against this mechanic after a long time. So how was it?
대군주도 잡히고
Well, in the beginning of the game, I've struggled. I was on the back foot.
좀 불리했는데 그래도 제가 메카닉
But despite that,
병영을 띄우셨잖아요, 골병재 선수가. 그래서 제가
GuMiho lifted his mechanics.
맞춤 플레이를 한 게 좀
And I was able to snipe his
이렇게
army
고병재 선수와의
with the right
오랜만의
strategy.
경기 그리고 또 준비하신 대로 잘 풀어주셔서 3대0이라는
That's right, Solar. You were able to gain a perfect score today against him.
사실 지금 강민 선수 응원하시는 분들이 굉장히 많아요.
And there are a lot of fans who are rooting for you, Solar. So what is your objective for this season? Well, the first priority is to go to the round of 8.
조보다는
And in the group nomination,
실력 가는 대로 제가 올라가거나 떨어진다고 생각해서 그냥
I'm gonna feel pretty indifferent about where I go in terms of groups.
계시거든요. 강민수 선수 마지막으로 한마디
And the fans are watching you, Solar. So anything you want to say? Well, fans, I want to thank my fans.
집에서 응원하고 있는
I want to thank my team, and I also want to thank my wife who's watching at home. Once again, congratulations. Thank you.
네, 이렇게
Alright, thanks, Andy.
2일차 마지막
Thanks
진출자
again to
강민수
Solar's wife for
선수
watching at home and supporting this pro gamer career as he moves on to the round of 16.
Where's my shout out, man? I'm a little disappointed.
I know. He didn't
What
even
is
say
this?
anything like he used your queen drops twice.
Yeah. Literally getting W's
Yeah.
left and right, and
My God, 3-0 without your practice.
yeah, wouldn't be here.
It might have been a 3-1. Who knows? Okay, so these are our results for tonight. SOS 3-1 over RagnaroK. Looked way better than RagnaroK, honestly, tonight.
did.
ByuN 3-1 over Percival.
Look better.
That was a pretty good match, I think, overall.
But I will say ByuN play better than overall.
For sure. And our next matches, guys, it's going to be on Monday. Keen versus RagnaroK and Cure against Leenock. I am extra excited about Cure versus Leenock. I love Leenock.
He plays. I play against him in the ladder. He
Yeah.
plays his own style, man. It's like GuMiho but with Zerg, you know?
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't wait to see it. All right.
I can tell you something. He really likes Burrow, so.
All right. Okay. So this is going to be awesome. Of course, we also have the round of 16 group nomination on Monday after those two matches.
Right.
So
I'll be here.
It's going to be a long night. You are, for sure. And I'll be here, too. All right. So some awesome matches still to come. Who do you think wins both those matches?
Keen is pretty good in TBT, but RagnaroK is his best matchup, so I think Keen, but
Yeah.
Keen Cure, I would say.
King Kier?
Yeah, King
It
Kier.
seems like a pretty safe bet.
What about
I would
you?
love to see Lenok, though, advance. Like,
not impossible. But
Lenok is one of my favorite players of all time.
But
so.
Kier, man.
Yeah.
Probably one of the best runs we have.
Yeah, yeah. Well, Kier's been up and down, though.
In GSL, but in the other places, he wins everything.
That is true. He does very well in online. He always has. But I don't know. In GSL, like, for the past few seasons, I could take him or leave him. Basically, since when he got to the finals against TY, since then he's been...
Yeah, right.
But Special, this was fantastic having you cast here, man.
I loved it. You have no idea. One of my dreams came true.
It's amazing. Thank you so much for joining me here today. Guys, thank you for watching. We'll be back on Monday.
So yeah, boys and girls.